Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. V got that vision, he passing the rock. Trae put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Chillin' on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. V got that vision, he passing the rock. Trae put from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Chillin' on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. My bad. Let me check it real quick. Hold up, gang. I always forget to check my mic. I don't know why I do that, man. Don't worry. I got it. Boom. Y'all should be able to hear me now. Boom. We in business, gang. All right, check it. I'm gonna talk a little Trey Young. I'm gonna talk a little Conwoo. I'm gonna talk a little bit of President Basketball. And then I'm gonna be up out of here. Okay. And I know Mike coming through. Mike said he gonna take over. He got some stuff he want to discuss also. But first, let me start with a Conwoo. Oh, first, nope, let me go straight to Trae. As y'all see, he did not make all NBA. I mean, I could have told you he won't go make all NBA. I could have told you that. Okay. Numbers was there, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at that all NBA team, that first team, that second team, and that third team, okay, when you look at those teams, those players up there, what have they done that we haven't done? I could tell you right now, win games, okay, win games, make the playoffs, okay. You can't have no. I'm not even. I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, Luka made all NBA first team. He didn't even make the playoffs one year. That was 2 years ago. when they tanked. He ain't even make he didn't even make they didn't even make the playoffs. He was all NBA first team. But it is what it is. But as you can see, Trae did not make it, so he is not eligible for the Supermax contract. Don't quote me on it. I'm gonna go back and double check. I need to see does that if he makes it next year. Don't quote me. Let me double check. I'm gonna double check that and get back with y'all. But for right now, we're gonna go with he didn't make it. So I think he's eligible for 4 years, $229 million. Okay. $229 million over 4. And I'm gonna tell you right now, my Atlanta Hawk family, the Atlanta Hawks is good. That's what they're gonna offer him. Okay. They're gonna offer him 4 years, $229 million. Okay. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay. I don't care how much you dislike him. I don't care how much you dislike his play style. Okay. You have to look at it from an executive point of view. Okay. You have to look at it from an ownership point of view. Okay. And also you want to look at it at a talent point of view. Okay. So as we look at it from a owner's point of view, okay, as an owner, why do you offer Trey Young that? I'm gonna tell you why you offer him that. Because don't nobody else, don't nobody pay money to come see nobody else. Okay. People don't buy season tickets. When you call a season ticket rep, when you look at that Hawks ticket website, you know who you see up there? Trey Young. Okay. When we on the road, I don't know how many of y'all been to road games. I know Rashad down there in Houston. I know Destin down there in Houston. I don't know where everybody else. I'm talking to anybody outside of the Atlanta metro area. When you go to them road games, you see one jersey when it comes to the Hawks. Okay. You don't see no Dyson Daniels. Okay. You don't see no Jalen Johnson. Okay. Unless you go to, you might see Jalen in Milwaukee. That's about it. You don't see no Double O. You don't see nobody else but Trey Young jerseys in that crowd. Okay. Why? Trey Young is marketable. Trey Young sells merch. Trey Young sells tickets. Guess what owners like? Owners like players that can sell, that they can make money off of. Okay. So when you look at it from a money standpoint, it's just common sense. You offer him that, and then you build the rest of the team around him. You're fortunate. You're fortunate because you got Zach on a rookie deal. You're fortunate because you got Double O at $16 million for the next 4 years. You're fortunate because you got Jalen locked in at 30 for the next for the next 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. You pretty much have all your core players locked in. Okay. As far as Trey Young, you give him that. That's too easy. That's not even, I don't even have to think about that. And I know the Hawks gonna offer it to him. And anybody who disagree, y'all know how I get down. I got $500. I got $500 that they offer him 4 years, $229 million. Okay. Anybody who want to disagree with me, put your money where your takes are, where your opinions at, like I do. Okay. That's how I get rid of the nonsense. Okay. But fortunate for us, he didn't make all NBA. So we're not gonna be caught up. Like who? We're not gonna be caught up like the Celtics. The Celtics are paying 2 dudes $300 million. Okay, 300. Both of them, Jaylen Brown, okay, and Tatum, 300 million apiece. Drew Holiday, 30-something, 34. He making 100 million. Derek White making 100 million. Okay. Because I don't know why people think the Hawks don't spend money like that, guys. Okay. So giving Trae $50 million, it's not gonna hurt the bottom line for the Atlanta Hawks. Okay. It's not gonna change nothing that we don't already do. Why? Because the cap. I'm not even gonna play with people, man. Let's just go. Let me just show y'all the numbers. Because what I realize, a lot of y'all don't look at no numbers. Y'all just say shit just to say shit. You base your takes off your feelings. how you feel towards a player. Let me square you away real quick. Boom. So that way I ain't even got to explain myself. I ain't even got to explain it. We going. Y'all know where we going. Y'all know exactly where we going. Boom. That way we can go nip all this in the bud. Okay. So as we look at this is us for next season coming up. Okay. 45, 30. That's your bulk of your money right there. 45 and 30. Let's call Trae 46. 46 and 30. Okay. Man at 15, Okonwo at 15, Zach at 13, Ning at 8,
you're not shedding on
Nice at 7. Huh? Okay, my bad. Thank you for it. Appreciate it. Let me share that with y'all, man. Let me share it with y'all. Boom, 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 boom. There it go. This one right here. We're gonna bring this up so y'all can see. Boom. All right, we in business. All right, now look. Okay, because some of y'all don't like looking at numbers. Y'all just like saying shit. But don't worry, that's why I'm here. Okay. Boom. This is your money for next year. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 8 guys under contract. Okay. 8 under contract on NBA contracts. Okay. Vic, free agent. Okay. Barlow, team option that we probably should not keep. Okay. Excuse me. We shouldn't keep it. Okay. Mo G, non-guaranteed, meaning we can get rid of them. Vic, meaning we can get rid of them. It's not guaranteed. Okay. Which I probably think they're going to keep Mo Gay. Okay. At $2 million. All right. I don't know what Vic. I don't know what Quinn Snyder thinking, what Ansi thinking. But let's say they keep Vic, okay? Because you got 3 years invested in this guy. Okay. And what you don't want to do is invest that time in a guy who ain't really costing you nothing. Vic and Mohamed Gay don't cost you nothing. $4 million for both players. They ain't really costing you nothing. But you got 3 years in Mo Gay, 3 years in Vic invested in development. $2 million, I'm keeping them here. Okay. So you're good money-wise. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was messing this up right here. This T-Man right here at 15 mil. He owe 15 mil for the next 3 years. So they either need to move off this money, move off this contract, or they need to give him a real significant role to where the $15 million is being spent effectively. So hopefully, he could be a 6th, 7th man off the bench and be a factor. If not, I mean, you could throw a 1st round pick down the line, some late pick or something, see if you can get off the money, but it is what it is. Okay. Plowden, he a 2-way, so he don't affect the cap. Okay. Clint Capella, not coming back. LeVert, he might come back. His cap hit is 24.9. Obviously, he's not going to get that. Okay. If I'm keeping LeVert, the best I can do for LeVert is 2 for 30. And the second year will be a team option. Larry Nance at 21, he's not getting that. I don't know how people feel about Nance being in 33. Obviously, it's going to depend on who we draft. If you end up drafting them forward, I seen the buddy, what's the dude name last name begin with an R or something? Rashid Fleming. If you draft Fleming, there's no need to bring Nance back, I would assume, at power forward, because you would want the 13th overall pick to be the backup, because he going to get burned. Matthews probably not coming back. Trent Forrest not coming back. Wes Matthews not coming back. Jacob Toppin on the 2-way. I will keep him on a 2-way. Keaton Wallace on a 2-way. I will let Keaton Wallace I'm letting either Plowden. I'm probably letting Plowden go, and I'm giving a 2-way to what's my guy name? Durasic down there in College Park. Okay, and then you got the cap hit at $5 million for the 13th pick and $3 million for the 22nd pick. This is solid right here, because this is the rookie scale. So this don't change. So you can go, you can pencil this in up here. Okay. So you can add another $8 million up here for the 13th and the 22nd pick. Okay. Let me see. Let me show y'all something. So the cap, okay. The cap for next year for 2025 when we start, the cap is $154 million. Okay. That's the cap. Okay. We always go over the cap. Okay. because y'all understand it's middle ground between the cap and the first apron. Okay, so you got 154 is the cap max, right? First apron is 195 million. So you see, it's like a $41 million difference between the cap and that first apron. Okay. Apron, y'all know where you get the penalties at. Okay. Boom. All right. Now, and y'all see the second apron's at 200 million. But let me show y'all something real quick. Let's go to next season. Because I know people don't like looking at numbers, but don't worry. That's why I'm here. Let's go next year. So next year, Trae still at 48, Jalen at 30. Well, 49, 30. That don't change. Akonwu don't change. Man don't change. Okay. But you got a club option on Zach, which you know we're gonna exercise that. You got $6 million club option in Kobe. So depending on how he does, you either gonna exercise that or you gonna let him go. Okay. Mohamed Gay, depending on what he does, did he improve? Do you need a raw spot? But I came here to show y'all this. All right, so Dyson Daniels cap hit gonna be at 23 million. I think a nice number I will offer Dyson Daniels. I would try to find him a contract that's average between 23, 25 million, most likely. Niang gone. Trent gonna be gone. West gone. Gone. Boom. All right, here what I want to show y'all. So 2026, okay? Trae Green, player option, right? Player option at 48 million. Okay. So if you extend him at 4 years, 229 million, right? Okay. That salary won't kick in till when? When will that salary kick in? If you extend Trae, okay, no matter when you extend him, okay, no matter when you extend him, no, I'm not showing you speculation. I'm showing you facts. I'm not speculating numbers. These is hard numbers right here, Foot. Hard numbers. Okay. If you extend Trae, say you extended him this year, his contract still won't kick in till when? 27, 28. Okay. 27, 28. So say you extend him at 4 years, 225, 229. Let's call it what? Let's call it 55 million per. Let's call it somewhere around there. Okay. About 55 million per. Okay. What's the cap when that kick in? When he making 50 million plus. Let's see here. The cap is going to be $187 million. That's going to be the cap. Okay. The first apron going to be at 237. So I don't understand when people tell me if you pay Trey Young, we ain't going to have no money. What do you mean? What do you mean? Because you can see right here, his cap hit going to be 54 million. That's where he going to be at. That's what we going to give him. We going to give him 54 million. Okay. So you take that 54, okay, subtract it from what? Subtract it from the cap at 180. That's still going to leave you 130. Subtract Jalen, that's 100 million. Subtract 16, okay, that's what? 80 what? 4 million, okay? T-Man, I wish we could get off this guy. Subtract 16, but that still leaves you with what? About what? 80, about what? 60 some million to stay under the cap. And then you still can go over the cap. You can go all the way up to $237 million. So I don't understand when people come up here and they try to tell me that, hey man, we can't afford this guy. Bro, I'm showing you the numbers. So all that, we can't afford him. You can go ahead and kill that. You can kill that nonsense. Okay? All right, next thing I want to discuss about Trey Young. I show you the numbers. You can't debate the numbers. So I don't even come up here and tell me. You can't even debate the numbers. Okay? Now, if you want to move on from Trey Young, that's a different story. Okay? If you don't like his play style, if you don't like how he play basketball, that's a whole different story. But don't tell me that we can't afford a guy at 55 million. Okay? Because what do you think the superstars are making? Let's look. Let's look. I'm not talking. This ain't speculation, Foot. This is hard numbers right here. You can't debate it. But let's see what real superstars are making. Since y'all don't want to pay the money, let's see here. Who's a superstar? Oh, let me see what the Celtics stars looking like. 62 million. They're gonna be paying 62 million and 60 million. Oh my God. Oh my day. That's two dudes. And guess what? That's 27, 28 when they contract kicked in. Oh my God. 28, 29s. Tatum's at 70. Jalen at 65. Derek White at 34. And that's a player option. He taking that. Let me see what these other stars looking like. Because for some reason, people trying to tell me that they're trying to tell me that $50 million is too much. Let me see. Who else? Who got a star player? The Cavs? Let me see. What Donovan Mitchell gonna be making? Is he due for an extension? He must be due for something. 50 million. Garland gonna be making 42. Evan Mobley 41. Oh my God. 25% of the cap, 25% of the cap, almost 30% of the cap. And y'all over here arguing, telling me about a $50 million contract? What the Mavs got over here? Where AD at? 58. What they paying next year? Because Kyrie, what Kyrie making? Let me see what Kyrie made. 43, 54. And Kyrie about to get an extension. Hold up, let me see what the stars at. Let's look at the stars. Who's a star? Jokic a star? Yeah. $55 million. Oh my God. What are you making next year? Shit. Almost 60? Jamal Murray gonna be at 50. Oh shit. Michael Porter gonna be at 40 million. Let me find me another star. Who got stars? What the Lakers looking like? Damn, Luka at 48. He didn't sign no extension yet, did he? Nope. So they got to extend Luka this year. Oh, my days. Wait, no, that's 26, 27. My bad. Damn, LeBron at 52. 52. God dang. Let me look at some other stars real quick. Hold up. Kawhi and Harden, what they making? 50. He making 50 next year. This dude don't even play 60 games. God dang. Harden making 36. That's reasonable. Player option. Well, Harden is old. Okay. Let me see here. But what Giannis at? 54 million. Damn, Dame Lillard making 50. They got two dudes making 54 million. Sheesh. Oh my days. Oh my days. But people coming here trying to tell me that 50 million is too much money. Who you gonna pay? Atlanta Hawks fans. Who are you gonna pay? It's not about being a champion, Miguel. It's not about being a champion. It's about paying players their market value when they are an important part of what you do. Okay? Trey Young is very important to what we do. Okay? If Trey Young wasn't important to what we do, he would already been traded. He would already been gone. Okay? He would already been gone. If he wasn't important. And I'm gonna go back. Here's another point. Okay? This is what you got to remember, guys. When you putting these teams together, you're looking at these contracts, okay? When it's time to re-sign players, this is what you have to ask yourself. How important is said player to the organization? Okay? Don't nobody even wear Adidas in basketball, my guy. Okay? Nobody even wear Adidas. I can see. I just came from Ross. They got some Anthony Edwards already in Ross. So, I mean, nobody wear Adidas basketball. Okay? If you didn't know. Okay? Matter of fact, Adidas ain't even been a factor until Kanye went over there. Nobody was even messing with Adidas. Kobe left Adidas. Everybody leaves Adidas because Adidas is whack except with their running shoes. Okay, now, How important is the player to what you do? Here's a prime example. Okay. I'm gonna bring up a player, and I know Mike hates this player. I hate him now. I didn't hate him back in the day, but I'm with Mike. I can't stand it. I cannot stand this guy right now. Okay. Oh, fake ass Celtic. Al Horford. Okay. With Al Horford, okay. Al Horford was very important to how we play basketball. Okay. Very important to what we did. He was very important to the success that we had with the 60-win team and the teams before that. Okay. They didn't want to get Al Horford the money, right? At first. They didn't want to give it to him at first. Okay. I think Al Horford wanted 5 years max. The Hawks did first offer. They lowballed him big time. Here come the Celtics. Gave him 4 years. The most they could give him 4 years. Maxed him out. Okay. He leaves, and we was on a downward spiral ever since then. Because Al Horford, which is crazy, because when he goes to the Celtics, he was just like almost like a jag, even though they was paying him a lot of money. He was a jag. But for us and what we did, he was a star. He was very important to what we did out the pick and roll with the pick and pop. He stretched his shooting range out to the 3-point line, right? He did all that with us under Coach Bud. Okay. But it goes, I'm just saying that and showing y'all that because he was very important to what we did. He wasn't that important to the Celtics when he went over there the first time, like he was to us. And once he left, downward spiral ever since. Okay. Next thing you know, we're in the lottery, drafting Trey Young, starting shit all over again for the 100th millionth time. Okay. So what we do now, Trey Young is very important to what we do. The only way I see the Hawks trading Trey Young, okay, this is the only thing. Somebody will have to step up and just be a better damn player. Whether that's Zachary Ricochet, whether it's Jalen Johnson. I don't think Dyson Daniels will ever be a better basketball player than Trae, because his offense is like very limited. But I could see a Ricochet. I could see a Jalen Johnson. Now, if you get one of those guys to come up and make it do what it do, then you can start looking at exploring those Trey Young options, right? But right now, it doesn't make sense to move on from Trey Young and not offer him an extension, right? I mean, it don't make sense right now, okay? And let me switch over to, let me show y'all a couple trades I was looking at, which to me is it's just ridiculous. But, hey, that's what's out there right now, okay? So we got, boom, shout out to the homeboys down there, soaring down south. Okay, so we got this one right here. This is hilarious. Okay, the Hawks received. Now, this is old. But just showing y'all what was out there, what was available at the time. Keldon Johnson, Devontae Graham, first round pick 24 and 26, 24 top 6 protected via Raptors, 25 top 10 protected Bulls. So you wouldn't have got, if you would have did this trade, right? You wouldn't have got the Bulls pick this year. Okay. Wait, what the Bulls picking? 10? They top 10, ain't they, this year? You're not getting that pick. Top 6 protected by the Raptors. What are Raptors picking at this year? Oh, well, they picked that in 24. So, I mean, I'm looking at the players in return. Keldon, the Spurs stay trying to give away Keldon Johnson. That wasn't good. Okay. I'm just showing y'all some old stuff. Okay. Here you go. Your regular Lakers trade. You know, the Lakers think they can get everybody, right? No, we don't want Hood for Shino. You see what he doing down there in Dallas? Nothing. Rui would have been a good haul. He would have been a good player, but I mean, where is he gonna play at here? He ain't a point guard. He ain't gonna take. I think Rui is what? Small forward, power forward. What? Small forward, power forward. He ain't gonna take. Who you gonna bench? Zach? You gonna bench Jalen Johnson? Man, freak out of here, man. These bum trades, man. Here's another one with the Heat. The Heat say they need a guard. Okay. Look what they be offering some nonsense, man. I can't even front. Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Yaquez, Jaime Yaquez, Nikola Jovic, Pale Larson, 2025 first round pick, 2030 first round pick. What are we going to do with Rozier? Duncan Robinson, what? Like, bro, all these trades I look at, you're not getting nothing good in return. I think that this is the best one I've seen. This ain't the best one I've seen. It's a good one. Hold up. Nah, this ain't good. Nah. But I seen one that spoke about and I think the homeboy Mike had mentioned it once. The Rockets deal where you're getting Jabari Smith and some other stuff. That's probably the best one I've seen. But I don't think they'll do that deal. I think they're gonna try to save up for and try to make a run at a KD. But I don't think that the Rockets, me personally, if I trade to the Rockets, I need to get Jalen Green back. I'm trying to get Jalen Green. Okay. Jabari will be a good piece, but now I'm wondering, where does he fit at? Is he coming off the bench? What's the picks gonna be looking like? Because I got to get some first round picks in return. But I could see the Hawks building something around a Jalen Green. Okay, maybe Jabari. Depends on what the filler's gonna be. I think Jabari will be like the centerpiece, but where does he play? Is he coming off the bench? Is he starting? Is he starting over Ricochet? I mean, he is a third overall pick. So, I mean, obviously he got some talent. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, right now, I'm not trading Trey Young right now. I got to get this team another run back. Okay. You went, I know I said it once, I'm gonna say it for the 1,000th time. You went 21-19 before Jalen Johnson went down. Okay. And like I said, we probably should have been 23-17 because I don't know how we lost those 2 games to the Wizards. I don't know how we did that at the beginning of the season. That was crazy. But you run it back, you got your core pieces. See where your core can get you. You got hopefully another year, a year of improvement for Dyson Daniels in his offensive categories. We get an offensive category improvement from Zach. Jalen, I mean, if you just come out and give us that 19 and 10 and do what he was doing before he got hurt, I'll take that. Once again, we looking at the 5 position. You got some people who fans of double O, some people not fans of double O. They want to go taller. I think I like O coming off the bench as a change of pace type 5/4, but I'm gonna have to side with the homeboy Mike, man. Like, we already small at the point guard position, so you already at a disadvantage there on the defensive side. If you got a chance to get a true 7-footer who can defend, at a minimum, give you some type of rim protection. Okay. I'm not asking for my big to come out year 1, year 2, and just stretch the floor like be some amazing 3-point shooter. That will be nice, 2-3 years down the line. But I think if we can get a nice 7-foot, a good rim protecting big, I'm with Mike on the Yang train, but I'll also take Reynaud. We just need somebody who can protect the rim. Okay. Last year, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I was liking Mo G when he was at the 5. I think with Mo G in the lineup, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I think with Mo G in the lineup, that was our best defensive rating. I think with Mo G in the lineup, we was at 104 defensive rating, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can double check that for me on NBA.com under the stats. Yeah, I like Mo G. I like Mo G. Is he a starter right now? I'll tell you like this, bro. We take a big at 13 and 22. Mo G gonna have to show something. He gonna have to show something because the boy Renault can already shoot. The boy Yang already got a high IQ. You can see him making pet. Mo G gonna have to do something, okay, to get some burn. And the last thing I want to discuss, guys, I'm sure y'all heard about it earlier today. Trade deadline. We find out that the Lakers had called about double O. Okay. I mean, what do you think the Lakers was offering for double? I mean, they don't really have nothing. I mean, I think their picks is all. I think they done traded all their picks all the way out to like 2030 or something like that. We got their 2025 this year. I don't even know if they got any first round picks for the next 3 years. So I mean, I don't know what they could have offered for Mo G. I mean, excuse me, for double O, right? Double O is amazing. Whether you like him or not, depending on his height. Well, I will say this. He is an amazing value at $16 million as a starter or coming off the bench. You're not gonna get that type of production for $16 million. So salute the double O for taking that $16 million contract. And here's the last thing I want to say, and then I'll pass it over to Mike and Foot. So guys, it's true. The Hawks really fumbled Siakam over Kobe Buffkin. Like, bro, I cannot believe this nonsense. I can't believe it, bro. Quinn Snyder is supposedly very high on Kobe Buffkin, and that was the main force behind us keeping Kobe Buffkin instead of trading him and getting Siakam. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy, dog. Like, where they do that at? Where they do that at? You got an all-NBA player available, and you have a champion available. He ain't gonna cost you nothing but 40-some million on the extension. You see what he doing with the Pacers, but you want to keep Kobe Buffkin? Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Listen, I'm not a Kobe Buffkin hater. I like Kobe, okay? I got all his rookie cards. So I hope he do something. Because I need that value to go up on them cards I bought. Okay? But bruh, you had a shot at a legitimate all-NBA level player, a champion, a multi-time all-star who plays a position that we needed. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. For Kobe Buffkin. Kobe stopped that ball. Let me tell you, Kobe Buffkin better come out here and Kobe better do something. He better do something for Matt's sake. Because Matt ride with Kobe. But I like Kobe. I'm a Kobe supporter, right? I'm not to that level where Matt is, where he just blindly supporting dudes who can't even play 30 games, who shoot 22% from three and shooting 33% from the field. Okay. I can't support a guy blindly like Matt does. But I will say I hope he is successful, because if he's successful, that means the team should be successful. You feel me? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Salute for everybody who tapped in. Before I hand it off, let me get my salutes real quick. Who tapped in? Let me know you tapped in with your boy, man. Let me get my salutes real quick. I forgot to do it at the beginning. If I miss you, just let me know. Salute the homeboy Raj in the building. Foot, Mike, Raj, Dap Love in the building. Coach DC in the building. Clips in the building. Levi in the building. Certified in the building. Miguel in the building. Craig in the building. Who am I missing? T. Scott in the building. Southside in the building. Kool-Aid in the building. Rebellion in the building. Salute Miguel. I think I said Miguel already. Who else tapped in with your boy tonight, man? Salute Marion in the building. Salute Larry in the building. Markeith in the building. Salute to the homeboy D-Mac. Who else up in here? Salute to the homeboy Ryan. Salute to the homeboy Jason. Salute to my guy DeMario in the building as usual. Salute to the homeboy Markeith in the building. And did I hit everything? Trey, Double O, Trades. Yeah. Wait. Oh, I forgot last thing. My bad. Salute Dyson Daniels making all NBA defense's first team. Salute to Dyson Daniels. Hard work paid off. That trade looking good. That trade is looking good, man. If it can keep panning off, man. Salute to my homeboy Josh in the building. Salute to my guy Patrick in the building. My boy YQ, we need some new music for next season. YQ, need you in the studio, my guy. And real quick, super chat, my boy DeMario in the building as usual. DeMario probably at home sitting on that couch. He did in the couch. What time is it? He probably on the couch or he in the bed. And I guarantee you his eyes is red. Okay. So that's all I want to talk about today, gang. So we're gonna go ahead and extend it. We got the homeboy Mike, we got the homeboy Foot in the building. And what's good, gang? I'm finna hop off here, because I'm about to hop off here because I got to go to Dallas tomorrow morning.
Okay. Dallas? I'll be right back.
Yeah, I got to go to Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a loft up there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ride up there tomorrow. My wife
go
is
ahead
there
drop
right
this
now.
link for everybody, man, who want to, somebody want to tap in.
Salute the homeboy John in the building. Who else up in here?
Anybody want to tap in? I just dropped the link.
Yeah, he dropped the link. Come tap in. Y'all know what time it is, man. Make sure your camera is on. Okay. Make sure you ain't got no background noise, so we ain't got to go through muting all that stuff 50 million times. Make sure you ain't got no feedback.
Make sure you ain't driving.
If you're watching TV, turn your TV volume down. Appreciate that. That way we ain't got to keep muting and unmuting and all that stuff, man. You dig me? So Foot drop the link. I'll drop it again because I know some of y'all will drop the link. You're like, I ain't see the link. Where the link at? I should just pin it to the top, but
they're dropping in now.
All right, boom. There you go. Been up there 3 times. So we got the homeboy Ryan in the building. What's good, Ryan?
What's going on, gentlemen? How are y'all doing?
We're chilling. What's good, Larry?
I'm in a bad mood, and I'm in a worse mood since I came and heard that BS that Quinn Snyder did. What's going on, family? Appreciate you letting me come in the stream, man.
Hey, salute to hey, what was that call on Acuna, that first pitch home run? What that sound like, Larry?
I was about to say, didn't
Ronald Acuna Jr. lit the world on fire with? I mean, he smacked the heck out of that one.
This nigga on the couch. I told you the dude was either in the bed or on the couch.
And the offense didn't do nothing. Because again, Ronald Acuna Jr. is a top 3 player in all of basketball, but he can't help everybody. People got to step up, man. It ain't on snit. And the way we lost that game, man, that's
sound like you talking about the Hawks.
No. The Hawks
Kool-Aid, we
lost in the
can't
worst
see your
way.
face, man. You like you got on a ski mask.
My bad. Just talk about the Hawks. I don't want to talk about the Braves.
Kool-Aid, you got to put the light. The light got to be in front of the camera, not behind you.
Oh, he in witness protection.
Right there.
Yep. There you go.
Hey,
I'm gonna we gonna send Kool-Aid to Case or Not Streamers University, man, so he can learn how to set stuff up, man.
I'm just not in my office space. So.
All right, gang. Hey, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Y'all stay up, man.
Safe travels of
Dallas.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, hold on real quick though, because
hey, Foot.
Say
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, y'all see why I hate
now? Yeah, everybody don't know that me and Warren kind of related through marriage. So,
okay, that's what's up.
That's all right.
Yeah, like Warren's mother is married to my wife's brother. My wife's brother, yeah. But I don't know, Laquita. Who is Laquita, bro?
Huh? That's my cousin.
Laquita last name.
Man, if y'all don't chase each other.
Man, this ain't family ties up here, man.
I thought you were about to say something.
I wish Mario happy birthday to my cousin. Then she asked me how I knew.
Y'all about to go.
Me, Mike, and John related by marriage, man.
Is this we talking ancestry?
Yeah,
John. Hey, look. There was just a short TV sidebar.
Good night, John.
We all from me, Mike, and John. We chase our roots to the same plantation.
Hey, man.
Who was in the house?
If anybody, Mario was in the house, and Marion was in the house.
That's why I can't stand Mario. He was always doggone volunteering me for shit.
Hey, look, you got to get over that, please. You got to get over that, please.
He was always volunteering me for shit all the damn time.
John do look and sound like his ass worked out in the cornfield.
I was a cone picking Mickey Figgy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Get that man a cold rag out there.
Hey, look though.
Hey Ryan, pour me some, Ryan. Whatever it is you drink, it just pour me some.
I got you.
No,
Kool-Aid. What's going on, Kool-Aid?
What's up, John? Been a while, man.
Well, hold on, man. Let me let John catch up with everybody, man. You know, John ain't seen everybody.
You know, John on that AOL.
Hey, Marion. Now see, hey, I called and cussed YouTube out, like, boy.
What should I did, John?
Man, shoot, the doggone game was on, and I was 15 minutes behind everybody. 15 freaking minutes. Game was over with. Man, it was just ridiculous.
That's John talking in the future. He did this tomorrow.
Go ahead, Larry.
Hey, but no, guys, like I said, man, it was somewhat of a purpose thing because me and Damon was like at the same time was gonna kind of do a show or whatever. But I wanted to discuss. I don't know whether it's real or not, man. The so-called report from what is that? The Zach Langley or whatever.
Zach Langley, yeah.
Yeah. The quote unquote untouchables of the team. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know,
it's a lie.
Y'all done heard me. Y'all done heard me too many times or whatever. You already know me personally. If it's gonna be two people that's untouchable on this team, whatever, they definitely got the wrong two, in my opinion. They got the wrong two.
What did they say?
The thing was that what his name again?
It said Trae and Dyson were the only untouchables on this team.
What was his name again, Ryan?
Zach Langley.
Zach Langley.
Yeah,
he's I think he writes for the AJC.
Does he?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, supposedly Trae and Dyson Daniels are the two quote unquote untouchables, according to the Hawks.
They're the only two all NBA players on there. I don't know why they would say that about. I mean, Zach is #1 pick. I don't know why they wouldn't mention him on there. Obviously, I think they're trying to get Giannis. I think that's why people are talking about.
But you get Giannis like you literally. If anything or whatever, like again, you get Giannis, you literally going to need somebody who can shoot and be efficient.
I agree.
Trae ain't that, and Dyson definitely ain't around shooting. And I can argue that Trae, if you give Zach time or whatever, he can be all NBA defense. He just got here. I mean, especially if you're saying, you know, shoot, I ain't finna give up. He with his work ethic, and he put on look at him from the summer league compared to now. Yeah. I ain't giving that crap up, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, do you see? I don't know who posted on home court, but somebody posted a picture of Zach. He's back in the gym. He's working.
I mean, he's been in the gym. He basically been working out since the season finished.
Yeah. I don't know who it was, but
even did you see that though? You saw the growth. You saw the growth in the season as well, though. And then you see the continuation already into the offseason. Like again, I'm not. Yeah, but the Hawks better not, man. I'm
now why Mo Gay? Why isn't Mo Gay doing the same thing? Why Mogay not doing the same freaking thing?
I mean, I
why isn't Trey Young doing the same freaking thing?
I saw John Harris. Yeah, I take John Harris.
You see that joker trying to tell me in the doggone on the Facebook page that you can't put muscle mass on you because you doggone have a fast metabolism. That is a lie.
Yes.
That's a lie.
BS.
I mean, man, come on, man. It takes work. It takes work. And so if Trey Young had done this 3 or 4 years ago, if he had done this 3 or 4 years ago, just put 10 pounds on every offseason, okay, he was going to get to a point where he wasn't going to gain anymore, but he would become strong.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be looking like that little short arm dude. He play for me.
Actually,
he'd be looking like this. Let's get Mike.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that too, Larry. He would look like Brunson.
He would look like Brunson.
Yes, and see, Brunson just thick. Brunson, and I ain't going no pausing. Brunson just thick.
There you go.
I ain't doing no pausing because I know what I mean. You know,
I didn't say nothing.
No. You got some professional pauses on here. As soon as I say something,
no Vega,
no Diddy, no.
Oh my God.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. If it went on there, you can imagine what happened at the Playboy Mansion, and I'm gonna leave it like that.
There you go, John. There you go, John.
Leave it like that.
Can I respond to Mike?
Yeah,
I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised about that report because I would have thought that Trae, JJ, and Zach would be the untouchables, but the only thing I can gather from that, guys, is that what teams are asking for. I think the Hawks are really serious about trying to get Giannis, and they're asking for JJ and Zach. So if that report,
I see JJ and Mo Gay.
But you got to.
No one knows who
what teams want to ask for. The Bucks don't have no picks.
I'll say JJ and Mo Gay carries me.
No.
Listen though, that's the Hawks' perspective. If you the Bucks, my fault, Larry. If you the Bucks or whatever, you have no picks coming up for a while. They are not sitting here trying to get what you just said, bro. Like they're not doing that. So you got to think from their point. Heck yeah, they want JJ and Zach. So, but I'm just saying, like, Hawks, please.
You got to give them something.
They want JJ and them, and they're gonna want picks.
Somebody said 4 picks, didn't it?
Yeah.
Don't we have their pick for 2027?
In my opinion, I think we need Zach Ricochet if we're gonna get Giannis. I agree with that 100%. If it just took JJ and Dyson and like 2 number 1 picks, I would do that deal.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm not going to not even kill my future. Now, if they said just JJ, Zach, and 2 picks, then I'm doing that deal. And it would be the same thing with Dyson too. You know what I'm saying?
What years, Larry? What year? What year, Larry? What first round picks of what years would you do that? Would you do the very next year?
I would give them the San Antonio swap and the weaker one out of the what is it?
It's a New Orleans, Milwaukee. So it'd be
that pick.
It's a pick swap between those two
picks. I would give them those 2 picks.
You know, this is
it would be JJ or Zach or JJ and
Chicken Man for dropping that $1.99.
Oh yeah, shout out to Gerald. Yeah, Kobe Buffkin's trash, man. That's why I cannot stand him because he don't play. But now I have confirmation that he was a reason. And Coach Quinn got to get fired over that. As an assistant GM, he needs to be fired over that. But anyway, let's get back to the rumor about Trae and Dyson not being being untouchable. Of course, you know what I'm saying. I'm probably the biggest Dyson fan out of the whole fan base. but I wouldn't let Dyson Daniels keep me from getting Giannis. I wouldn't let Zach or JJ keep me from getting Giannis. Now the problem is how many draft picks you're going to give up also, because you won't have the ability to build around them. You know what I'm saying? You'll have Trae. You'll have a worse team than the Bucks have right now. You'll make the playoffs because Giannis himself is going to get you a 5th seed. He showed you that. You know what I'm saying? He showed you that with Dame Lillard often being hurt, no more Middleton, and Bobby Portis gone from a suspension for 25 games. He showed you that he can carry a team to a top. You will be a 5th seed automatically if you get Giannis. Giannis put on a Hawks jersey. He is the best player in Atlanta Hawks history.
That's true.
He's the best player in Atlanta Hawks history as soon as he put on the jersey. Okay.
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. No.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Not over Dominique. No.
Yes,
I can't put him over Neek.
Over Dominique.
John.
No, sir.
My
personal opinion. My personal opinion.
I'm just saying the best player, not the most beloved. You know what I'm saying?
No. Either way. Either way. Either way.
He'll never be more beloved than Dominique. But as a skilled player.
No.
Not the Rhino. The Rhino?
He's not skilled.
Giannis is the best two-way player of this generation.
This generation, you're absolutely right. You know this generation, but yeah. Well, and like I said, this is just my opinion. It's just
Dominique was never an MVP candidate, John.
Look. I keep telling y'all. Myself, just like Trey Young did not make All NBA. Was it his fault, or was it the fact that we lost so many games and the writers did not vote him that?
The writers hate Trey Young.
There you go.
I agree with that, but no. With Dominique,
there you go.
Well, you gotta win. You gotta win, John.
You gotta win. Like Charles Barkley, you had Charles Barkley, you had Isaiah Thomas, you had Larry Bird, all in the East. Before that, you had Moses Malone, who won 2 times. Dr. J, you know what I'm saying? He was never winning in the era that Dominique was in.
It was loaded.
Winning MVP.
The East was loaded.
Dominique finished second in MVP voting 1 year. Finished second. That was 85-86 to when he averaged 30 a game.
Okay. So that's his second year in the
league. Then I think it was his 4th year in the league. Then he went from 2nd to 5th and then 6th, and he was like top 5, top 10 the rest of his career.
And see, those are opinions.
Right, well. What I would say about it, what I would say about that, just about that, is Dominique played in this era, he would score 40 points a game, no doubt about it.
I agree.
I agree.
And where Larry's going and where I agree with him is Dominique was never up for Defensive Player of the Year.
Never.
Giannis is always up for Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey, what Dominique said about
hold on. Giannis is an offensive. He is an offensive juggernaut.
He's not.
And it's not by skill. It's not by skill. It's not by skill.
It's not about skill. It's just like Shaq. Shaq didn't have the skill.
He is a defensive. He's a defensive juggernaut as well. That's the issue. That's why he would be considered higher than Dominique.
And I love Dominique. Dominique's my favorite player all time.
No, juggernaut mean I can go give him some damn points.
Welcome to the game. He would score 40 in this era. But his defense.
Dominique said right now, if he was playing with Trey Young, he would average 30.
He would average 40.
Juggernaut to me is nobody cannot stop him
now. If he was there.
Foot.
Not because you score.
The man averaged 31 points and 11 assists. No, 10 assists. And
who's that now? Who's that, Larry? Who you talking about?
Giannis.
Oh, Giannis. Okay.
Oh no, 9 assists. Excuse me, 9 assists. 9 assists.
He's a walking 31 and 9.
Yeah,
every game.
Every game.
See, that's something different. Now that's something different because Dominique Wilkins was the answer. He was not going to pass the ball. Okay. Dominique Wilkins was the person that the way that they played ball in the 80s and 90s, well, 70s too.
He didn't pass.
No. He, it's the same thing about Moses Malone. It was the black hole. Ball get to him, it ain't coming back out to anybody else. He is the answer.
Like defensively and the assist wise, Giannis just better, man. He is.
Yeah, because this game today is completely different from what you used to play back in the 80s.
Giannis can play in any era. Me personally, I think Giannis can play in any era.
So Giannis would be tenderized.
The only clapback I got for you, Larry, is with
they would beat Giannis. You know those hammers they used to have to beat steaks with before Adolph's meat tenderizer came out. That's the way Giannis would be getting beat the hell up.
Giannis
is
over than Charles Oakley.
Ask Larry a question real quick before I forget it.
Yes, sir.
Larry, back to what you were saying when you mentioned those trades with Giannis for whoever, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You think real highly of Giannis, right?
Yes, I do.
Giving up those two talents just for that. Giannis is the skills are limited. He's a downhill player. You can't take him from his defense, right? If you trying to get him with Trey Young, that shit is a disaster. I don't care what nobody said. In my opinion, that's a disaster waiting to happen, right? Especially from the offensive side of the house, right? I mean, you talking about ISO, super ISO. ISO Giannis, ISO down, ISO Trae, right?
Let me know when you finish, and then I want a counterpoint.
No, go ahead and count it right now.
All right. No. I want you to finish your thought about how I see you talking.
Well, I was gonna go on further. Okay, I go on further, but I'm not giving up because then again, who you bringing in, right? You gonna give a J? Who you say? Ricochet and JJ?
Either Ricochet or JJ or Dyson or JJ.
Though, right?
Either Dyson or JJ right? or Ricochet. It don't matter.
Okay.
As long as we're not giving up 4 picks also, I'm good with it. If we're going to give up 4 picks and that, I think that's too much.
I think I don't know, Mike alluded to something earlier. Milwaukee don't have no damn picks, right?
So they want picks Giannis, and players. Yes, they want picks and players.
They want picks and kind of some players, right?
Yeah.
What we had to give them, right? So I think we will be outbidded. That's my personal belief, right? We don't have what they need so they can rebuild.
No, I agree. If we had our own picks, we could.
All right, that's the other point.
I heard.
I'm not giving up my talent right now. We've been rebuilding. Giannis is not going to change the fortune of this team unless we have a lot of things with him. Other things, the key player, we can't give that up and just bring Giannis in and you have Giannis and Trae. That we need more. You got to have a bench.
To look like.
Hold on. You got to have a bench and you got to have players in that starting rotation. Both offensively now and also defensively. If y'all look at the playoffs right now, look at playoff basketball. This is where we need to be, right?
Defense.
And that's not, we can't be that way with 1 to damn 2 players, right?
I agree.
That's how I look at it. Now go ahead.
All right, let me tackle that. All right, so I feel like Trey Young needs someone who is undoubtedly better than him in every way. Okay, I feel like Giannis has the gravity to give Trey Young that short porch 3 that he's never had in his career. No more trying to dribble, because guess what? I can have Giannis attacking downhill, who always get the foul calls, you know what I'm saying, because he's such a horrible shooter. So it's a trade-off. What the NBA does, Giannis gets the whistle. Secondly, we never really see Trey Young set his feet and be wide open for uncontested 3. Normally, when that happens, he's shimming them hips. That's a bucket. And with his 7-year career, I think Trey Young shooting above 40% from the corner. Please, somebody fact check me. I don't want to be like Matt talking about it's absolute. I think he shoots at least 40% from the corner.
I think it's like 37.6
on wide open threes. You just looked it up?
Yeah. 34. Oh, 34, my fault. I'm looking at the wrong year.
That's good. That ain't good.
Oh, you talking about last year?
No, that's
I'm just talking about as a whole.
Oh,
that ain't good.
As a whole. Trey Young normally is dribble, step back three, or try to go around and pick and shoot it with somebody, fouling him, or right up underneath him, trying to draw the foul. We rarely see Trey Young shoot three. Like, Trey takes bad shots. That's why his field goal percentage and his 3-point percentage is down. You know what I'm saying? He's not an efficient shooter. He's a volume shooter.
Right.
I can have someone like Giannis Antetokounmpo who is a force. You might say he's not skilled. I don't think he's very skilled, but what he does, he's very effective with it. Just like Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? He's like a defensive, he's like young Shaquille. When Shaquille first came in, who could run like a gazelle and wanted to play defense. Once heavy set Lakers Shaquille set in, he wasn't doing all that. He was just concentrating. He played defense in the playoffs, but during the regular season, he wasn't out running and going and transition blocking and people like that and getting it run back down and getting the alley-oop done. He wasn't doing that then. He was conserving his energy. I feel like Giannis, it's not going to be Karl Malone. Like, Karl Malone has such a bag. Like, Giannis ain't nowhere as skilled as Karl Malone. But that'll be the closest thing to Karl Malone and Stockton that we are seeing in this generation.
No,
I
disagree.
I'm not even, this is not hyperbole. If Trey Young can average almost 12 assists with guys who are at the look here, Foot. DeAndre Hunter, the number two, I'm going to put this example for you. DeAndre Hunter, the number 2 scorer on his team before he left. He was the number 2 scorer on his team before he left.
Hey, let me
that show you how bad the team was.
Can I add something to that, Larry?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where his shots come from? Look at when he played, the time he played, and what he was doing. I know why.
You talking about DeAndre Hunter?
Yeah, you talking about Hunter, right?
Hunter? Yeah, Hunter, yes.
Yeah, that's exactly. There's a reason why Hunter was coming off the bench. See, folks think, we'll get that later, but folks think, oh, he is better for him to come off the bench. It's a reason why he was coming off the bench.
Because his knees was creaky.
No, that wasn't it. But,
what happened after the first 3 games? He had knee swellness. After the first 3 games, he had knee swellness.
I understand. Let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you a question.
He still played more minutes than Zachary Richichet.
I understand. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Let's start with this team, right?
All right.
This whole Giannis thing don't pop back up, I guess, to whatever, somebody write something shit. But I believe they ain't even trying to touch that. If you listen to Steve Coonan had some interviews with DC Young Fly, some others. If you listen to what he was saying about this team, about free agents, about how they was building, it was very telling. It was kind of like in line what I was thinking, but again, that is a very telling what he's trying to do. Like I said, I believe the Hawks are building this team the right way, getting dudes with length and size, and continue to do that. And then he talked about free agents, right? He talked about going to get some free agents, like even from a money standpoint or just from an overall team standpoint, how to get this team built, right?
Hey, Foot, your answer. Sorry to cut you off. You can continue going. Jordan Thomas has the answer about Trey Young shooting in the corner, left corner, right corner. Shot 42%, 42% from the left corner, and 43% from the right corner. So Trey Young barely shoot corner shots. So again, but go ahead, continue. I ain't want to stop you. I just saw that. I didn't want it to go away.
I mean, back to the whole Giannis thing.
I got to go. I'm going after you, Foot.
No, I'm going next. I've been waiting.
Yeah,
I go after you. Kool-Aid, you gonna go. I go after everybody. Kool-Aid.
I go after you, John. I'm just listening right now. Go on.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, man. Mary, you ain't called no doggone up now. How you gonna play the game? You ain't called no up. You gotta let folk know you want to play.
You got in, but you got in though, then came out. So you probably had to
Here's my up. This is what I'm going.
Oh, let me finish. So back to what I was saying.
I'm just calling ups.
So back to what I was saying. This whole, want to get this player for this player, right? From making it make sense. Okay, would it be great? But you're gonna to me, you're going backwards. You train these young guys just to get this one guy that, to me, is not going to elevate this team to championship contention. If y'all look at the NBA, what's changing with these salaries, I know, Mario, that's just my belief. It ain't going to elevate this team. One dude, especially Giannis, because there's this lack of skills from offense. That's just my opinion. He's a downhill guy. He, that gets the call. A lot of them bullshit, but he gets them because that's how the NBA try to promote players. Yeah. So when you come back, looking at this team, these young guys, I like what we have and where we're going.
I like how you know.
I don't want to. We already rebuilding. Shit, we gonna reset it again. And then go back in the same place. So, and based off what Steve Coonan been saying in these 2-3 interviews I saw over the past week and a half. Hey man, I think y'all, y'all finna. I like for us to stay the course. Like I said last year, stay the course. Go ahead and get this in here. Go ahead and get Trae out of here, and let's get somebody in, and let's go ahead and build it. We rebuilding, fellas. We rebuild. That's the whole reason why I said Trae long ass time ago to speed up this rebuild. It ain't got shit to do with what he's doing. It just don't fit. If y'all look at playoff basketball now, y'all see what it is. Shit ain't working no more. But
go ahead, man.
That's it. Go ahead, man.
Thank you. First off, let me say the reason Landry was fired is because he said the same stuff that Foot just said. That's what got him fired. Let's talk about what we have, though. Let me go. Don't interrupt. Let's talk about what we got. I
wasn't gonna say nothing. I agree.
I know, it's a whole lot of folks. Let's talk about what we got. If we do a 1-for-1 trade for Giannis, our cap doesn't change. Let's start right there. If we do a 1-for-1 trade with Giannis, meaning sending JJ, Man, and possibly Ricochet. Now, I'm not 100% for that, but if we do a 1-for-1, our cap doesn't change. Right now, we have $40 million under the cap before we hit the first apron. We got $40 million under the cap before we hit the first apron. That means that you can use $40 million to go out and get free agencies. Right now, we got a $25 million trade exception that we can use to get a player. And we got $40 million under the cap before we hit the first apron. Now, y'all been talking about, well, who we gonna build with, It may be that the powers that be are saying we can set a big three in Atlanta, not just Trae and Giannis. Giannis, Dyson, and another player, because they have the money under the cap to go get one more player. Aside from that, like I said, I'm not 100% for getting rid of Ricochet. I like Ricochet. Ricochet, I believe, is going to be a great player. Aside from that, though, looking from Milwaukee's perspective, why would they want to do it? JJ is from Milwaukee. Ricochet is just about the same thing as getting a first-round pick. If they get the 2 first-round picks from us this year, that's 3 first-round picks and JJ for Giannis. They will be sitting very pretty because, number one, they'll have players, they'll have young players, they have rebuilt, and they rebuilt around a star who would be Jalen Johnson, hometown kid Jalen Johnson, who is just about a 29-5 player right now. He's a 19-9-5 player right now. The only thing that gives me pause is I do like our players. I do like JJ. I do like Ricochet. But to turn up and say we don't want an MVP player in his prime, who is a 30-10, a walking 30 and 10 and 5 player, is foolish. And a defensive player of the year type is foolish. That is foolishness. That is foolishness. Even if Trae walks the next year, it's foolishness not to take Giannis. It is foolishness because you got the ability to get him and another player and players after that. Once again, we are $40 million away from the first apron. We got the money. We got the
players gonna play with.
Hey, Mary.
We got to go off the other players. I know you want Yang. I understand. I got you, Mike. I know you want Yang.
Mary. He said, I know you want Yang. Mary.
I know you want Yang. I know you want Yang.
Oh, no, man. Hey, man. Come on now. God, hey, man. Y'all niggas know me too good. Hey, look, I'm actually kind of shocked you said that first. I wasn't gonna say that part first, though. Hey, but look, though, man. I hear what you said, Mary, and you saying this foolish and stuff like that. You know, I had to kind of, quote unquote, go to the garage or whatever, trying to get myself together, man, because, bro, I would hate to lose Zach, man, but at the same time, it is like Giannis, though, so it's just like
30
crap, bro. Like, why y'all put me in this predicament, man? Like this,
and he can make Trae's 12 assists.
Hold your head up, Mike. Hold your head up, Mike.
Bro, man,
God, I would trade
y'all know how I feel about
Giannis.
Zach.
If it could be Marion and Larry, y'all or other people probably heard me. What have I said literally about Zach? What I see, Larry? I know you don't even. I know. What have I said though? Repeat. You have convinced me more.
I like Zach. I like Zach. I like JJ. I like how they look together. But you talking about Giannis?
I really. But I'm saying I know, man. We talking about Giannis, but I literally been calling Zach like Giannis KD fusion.
I ain't trained Zach. Yeah. That's dumb.
And it's
that's
like
dumb.
I do want to see it at least come. You know what I'm saying? Like let me at least like it's too early, man, to even be. But it is Giannis, so I agree. I feel you, man. That's what I was about to say though, joking. I'm like, you know what, man, just get me Yang, man. And I can.
They're not trading Zach. I mean, like Zach. We ain't got to worry about that.
Say that smoothed it over a little bit for me. You know.
Imagine.
Hold
on. Let me finish. I didn't finish. He broke in on me. But imagine.
Yeah,
we get Yang. We can hold on to one of those first round picks this year. We get Yang. That's some of our money gone, but we still have $32 million to spend. Probably more than that. We still have about $32 million to spend. What if we get Bobby Portis as a free agent? What if we bring back Karis LeVert? What if we pick up and what if we allow Buffkin to stay? You know, I hate Buffkin, but what if we allow him to stay and play?
Regulation, man.
You know, I hate Buffkin, but what if we allowed him to play backup point guard? Look at that team that you're talking about right there. You talking about having Giannis?
Nah, you trade. Hold on, Mary. You trade Buffkin and Okongwu to the Lakers. Like the Lakers want Okongwu, send him to the Lakers.
For who?
Ask for Dalton Connect.
Not Kobe and Double O.
I still need Double O. Double O.
Maybe Kobe. Maybe Kobe straight up for Dalton.
If you get Giannis, Double O works.
Kobe straight up for Dalton.
Double O works at the same.
Why your camera went out?
They ain't gonna take Kobe for Dalton. They wanted they like Dalton out there.
Plus, Double O's contract is great.
Double O got a great contract.
That's what makes everything.
Man, okay. Now I've heard of darn enough.
Go ahead,
John. I've heard enough.
I'm done.
All right, I've heard enough. You sit up, man. No. I don't even know who my president of basketball operations is.
Oh man.
Okay. I don't know who's in charge of this team. I don't know what these fools gonna do. Okay. Now, okay. Let's go with that, Larry. Let's go with that. Nick Russell, the person who put us in this crap that we in right now.
Come on, Judd.
Okay. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, it's okay. All right. See, thing is that I want to put that behind me. But it's just like that damn truck in Duel, where the man was trying to get away from that damn truck, and that truck was on his ass. Because every time I look back, that's what I see. These fools at the wheel of the doggone truck don't know what the hell they doing, don't know what's going on. Now, Giannis, now Marion, you make a compelling argument with the money that's available and everything. All right. But if you don't do it right, it'll be just like you trading a 2025 Kia for a 1998 Mercedes just because it's a Mercedes you get. Okay. No, you cannot strip this team down to the bare bones, or you're going to have another Joe Johnson situation here where he's the only person that's worth anything that the team has. And you're going to work him like a government mule. No. These people, the people that you have here now that you went and got as your first round draft pick, that you're quote unquote developing, which I just like you hate what's his name, Marion? I hate the word developing, because thing is that when you get into the pros, you're supposed to be developed. All right. But these people that you are taking this time to develop, you're just going to trade them away. And guess what? What do we have behind these folks? G Leaguers. Our bench looks like garbage now already. And you're going to trade Zach, you're going to trade JJ, and let these people on the bench come in and try to get some free agents. Who wants to come here? Just because Giannis is here, that don't mean anybody want to come here with him. Not with this clown show of an ownership group that we have right now. Now you get you a name brand president, name brand general manager or whatever. Yes, possibly. But I'm with Foot. I can't strip the team down to the bare bones just for another star player. And you're definitely now looking at Indiana and New York tonight. They play on both sides of the ball 10 deep. 10 deep. They can shoot and they can defend.
Now, with that though is Trae.
Jalen Brunson ain't no, bro. That's a lie. Jalen Brunson is not a great defender.
No. I said. Did I say the Knicks? I said Indiana.
But that's coaching John who coached 10 deep. I was supposed to
Halliburton. See that Kool-Aid. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But see, what I'm saying is that the 10 that he can put out there in many different forms, in many different ways, right now, that team is deep on both sides of the ball. When you put a person in for defense, you're not giving up that much on offense. When you put a person in for offense, you're not giving up that much on defense. Okay.
Horrible defense, Larry.
Halliburton is horrible on defense, and he's
we're talking about team defense.
Okay. Halliburton may be bad on defense. That's one person. True. Now, those other four make up for it. The other four that they put on the floor make up for it. And Halliburton does play, statistically, he may not
play good team defense, and he hustles. So
I mean,
ain't he no defensive stopper and nothing like that?
No, he ain't Dyson Daniels or nothing.
No, I mean, why y'all expect this from Trae though? That's what I want to know.
I've seen very bad defense from
I come out to John now.
But
their team is better. I agree, John. They got a bunch of Rottweilers.
Let me know when you finish, John.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean the team. I mean, it's just like a pack of doggone hyenas, man. They're just a pack of hyenas, and I hope them and OKC get together, man. That would be a great finals. The hell with the doggone ratings. That would be a great final. But thing is that team in Indiana is 10 deep. I'm going to go back to that point. They're 10 deep at least on both sides of the ball. If we just get Giannis, what do we have coming off of the bench? Because, see, we got to build this bench up, too.
True.
We got to build this bench up, too. Because
I got a few solutions.
as soon as you pull Giannis off the floor, who you coming back with the rest? Will a man get any rest? You know, point guard. Who's gonna rest up Trae? All right, and then somebody else has got to be a dead-eye shooter on this team that you guys are going to construct. Somebody else besides Giannis and Trae is going to have to take the offensive load. At least 3 people on this team is going to have to take the offensive load. All right, and Trey Young cannot be your leading scorer. He cannot be a leading scorer if he's going to play point guard.
He won't be.
Boston will be having people fall off the books. Go find you some shooters up there.
See, that's what I'm saying. And I'm through. Kool-Aid, you got.
Go ahead, Kool-Aid.
All right, guys. This is the front office. I'm speaking from the front office. All right. Like I said, the process started at the beginning of the year on dumping salaries to make room for this situation. If they have to dump some more contracts, which could be 00, and I still say there's a chance that they're gonna move Kobe Buckton and get a backup starting. Because there's a lot of y'all. If y'all go look at the agency, all the agents, the free agents that's coming out this year, there's a boatload of free agents. If this is not the right time to go build a basketball team with free agents, this is the best time. I'm telling you, there's a whole bunch, and they good too. And so I'm looking at this thing right now, and it came from, I think, from Sports Illustrated. His name Jackson Cardell. I don't know if y'all seen it. It say Giannis trade rumor, Atlanta named as the top landing spot for the Bucks. And this just showing that when I made the prediction that they was gonna trade Hunter and Bogey to salary dump, and if they got the salary dump some more, their goal is to go and get one of the big time players out there. And they still fishing for Kevin Durant or Giannis. It's only one other player that can fall to us, and his name is Aiden, that is sitting there, just over there, just waiting in Portland to just fall in our laps. And I know we had a show back a while back last year where we were talking and we said, oh, if Aiden came down here and played with Trey Young, we all came to the conclusion, yeah, with these players, of course, because if Aiden would be falling to it, we most likely would keep a lot of the players. We won't probably have to trade Jalen Johnson and Richard Shea to get an Aiden. But their main target is Giannis. And if they do and they have to get rid of those top players, then that's what they're going to have to do. But this is the deal. I don't underestimate a couple of our players like Mo G. I don't underestimate Mo G play. Mo G, when he came out and played, I saw Mo G make the top 10 3 times. He just got benched because he put the ball on the floor and went to the basket because your dumb coach wanted him to shoot a 3. Guess how he made his top 10 highlight. 2 stick shots, defense. Putting the ball on the floor, dribbling to the basket, and slamming it. Top 10. One of them was the number 1 in the top 10. Okay? So that let me know I don't want to underestimate what Mo G can come out there and do. He might even be better next year. Vic Krejci. If you go and look at the games that Vic Krejci was playing with, and when Larry Nance was playing beside it with that guy, we went on a 5-game winning streak. So we can't underestimate what Vic Krejci can do. So you can't tell me if we go get a Giannis and we got Vic Krejci coming out the bench and Mo G coming out the bench, that they're going to make us worse. No, it is not. It's going to even make them better.
Kool-Aid, he just want to trade Trae, that's it.
Huh? No.
He want to trade Trae.
See, the thing is that you cannot
make Vic Krejci the starting point.
Huh?
Man, he said make Vic Krejci the starting point.
No, I know that what Foot said. No, but no, Trey Young. The whole point of making these moves is to pair Trey Young with a real all-star, a superstar. That's what the whole objective is. And let me tell you something. If we want to win a championship, that is going to be the shortest way to the Hawks getting to a championship. Now I'm gonna tell you something. If I was the owner, just for money, if you sign Giannis to this team, you finna pack the stadium, gonna come see them play. That's like going to get King Kong to pack the circus. We coming to see Giannis play. We come to see that mutant play, yes. And then with a Trey Young law to Giannis, it's gonna be a whole lot different than going to Clint.
I'm not even gonna lie, Kool-Aid. I'm not even gonna lie, Kool-Aid. That is the biggest reason why it might happen, because of Tony Wrestler wanting to get someone who can fill up, because the project with Centennial Yard.
The NBA is a revenue sharing league, fellas.
Foot. All I'm saying is Kool-Aid do say some off the wall things, but what he just said,
I don't think the NBA can get anything to do with Centennial Yards, though.
What he said about bringing in King Kong is true in Atlanta. Y'all know it. People will show up in droves to go see Trey Young and Giannis. They not caring about
which would be the trickle down effect into the Centennial Yards.
I'm talking about Tony Wrestler. Tony Wrestler.
Yeah, I know, Larry. I agree with you.
Let me say this, guys.
Tony Wrestler made them go get Dwight Howard instead of Al Horford because he's trying to get a King Kong. So yeah, he's Kool-Aid right there was cooking on that. On that point alone, he's cooking about if they're gonna get Giannis or not. Where there's smoke.
Man, already got King Kong.
I like our young guys.
I'm gonna say I got just a little more to say. So this is the thing. Now, when I go to games and when superstars come to the arena, Hawks fans change jerseys. With Giannis, hey, look. I've been there and seen a Hawks ticket holder put on LeBron James coming out with a Laker jersey on. Okay,
they lost a bet.
I think. Now he didn't lose a bet. I sit right there by him. He didn't lose a bet. His mama told him. He said his mama told him, "Say, because I picked at him because we beat him." Now I said, I said, now don't come in here again with a Laker jersey on. His mama said, I told him not to wear it. So I seen the little boy coming now crying.
Oh, you're picking on children again. He's picking on children again.
This whole time you talking about a kid.
Kool-Aid.
So
Kool-Aid. There's laws against that, Kool-Aid.
And seeing fans, ticket holders change jerseys for those superstars. I ain't telling no feel, bro. Now this
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Now this is the thing though. Just like Marion said, we take this thing and we create a starting five with some really decent free agents, with some of our good young bucks coming off the bench. And I'm talking about I like Toby Toppin, okay. I like Vic Krejci, okay. I like Moji, okay. And I like Barlow. And if we can go get a Yang, hey man, there's no telling what we might do. Now, if we keep double O, hey, that's fine. But that starting five could look like Trey Young, Dyson Daniel, okay? And if Richard Shea them are gone, it could be possibly Vic Krejci in that 3 spot with Giannis and double O. It could be him or Caris LeVert. Maybe Caris LeVert might be in that 3rd spot. I don't know how they're gonna do that. It might be Caris LeVert. But
what about Niang? What about Niang?
Niang gonna be gone. Niang and Terrence Mann gonna be traded. They're not gonna be here. Terrence Mann and Niang gonna be gone. They already talking about setting up a contract.
How you gonna keep Levert? Levert a free agent too.
They've been talking about playing with giving Levert a contract more so than
Kool-Aid. They would have to get Fleming if they trade Zachary Ricochet away. They would have to get Fleming.
Yeah, I mean, whatever free agent they got, I'm just saying we don't get no free agent. Those guys that we already have could fill that spot. But if we get a free agent, it could be your boy from Houston, any one of those guys that's in free agent. What you just said, you see what I'm saying? It could be any one of those guys. Okay. It could be a Fleming. It could be somebody that we can go and get to fill that spot to play with Giannis. And like I said, if Double O don't get traded, then Double O can be the starting five. And then if we mess around and get Yang, then Yang being the backup with Mo G done coming off the bench. Man, we still have a good team. We'll still have
Double O got to go. Double O got to go.
Now I said Double O. Now I do say from the front office that Double O and Kobe Buffett is gonna be traded in a package. I did say that. Now I do say that. I still believe that. So that's it for me, man.
Who next?
Mario.
Ahead,
and
Mario.
then Ryan.
All right, hey, I'm gonna say this follow with me, bro. I love Trey Young. I do. I love Trey Young. But I seen a trade proposal that can work for Trey Young, bro. And I think if we do that, we get Giannis to do a trade for Trey Young. And like I said, I'm a trade bait when I say this. But it makes sense if we go get Jalen Green, Jabari, what's his name?
Jabari Smith.
Jabari Smith, and they gonna give us a couple of picks for Trey Young. And that I think is the best deal I've seen so far.
Who's your point guard?
You get a Giannis in that trade, and you can send some of those there. You trade Trey Young first, though. Don't trade Trey Young after you get Giannis. You trade Trey Young first, and you send those guys, at least one of those guys, to Milwaukee, along with Jalen Johnson. Then you can keep your Richard James. You know what I'm saying? But don't do it that. We got to do it that way. And then you can go sign your point guard, a starting point guard in free agency, and you can fill up another roster spot by going to get Robert Boucher. You know what I'm saying? And then I would trade OO to the Lakers for Dodge Connect and probably somebody else on a roster. Vincent, I trade for Vincent because he played defense. And I'm done. Y'all keep moving.
So Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I mean, I personally think they're just going to run him back with the rookies and probably resign Karras. Because I mean, well, I won't say all of us forget, but there's some people out there that forget that we were the 5th seed before Jalen went down, with a fairly healthy team outside of Kobe and I think Larry Nance. So I mean, I think we just run it back with the rookies we get, regardless of who we get. But and see how it goes. Plus, and with the cap hits from like Boston or something like that, they're going to lose some guys. So I mean, it'd be a good opportunity for us to move up to that 6th, 5th seed. But go ahead, Larry. My fault.
No. Keep going. I just got my hand up, so when you finish, you go ahead.
Oh no, I'm good. That's all I got.
Yeah, I saw with Marion. Sengun is better than JJ. He should have made All NBA
in the future.
I think him and I like Sengun. I think Sengun's floor is higher than JJ. I think Sengun is like a baby Jokic to me. I really look at him like that. I think Houston would be foolish to trade Sengun. I would trade Jabari and like what Kool-Aid said. What Marion said. I would give that package to the to the Bucks for Giannis. Like, there's two teams that has more picks and better players than the Hawks that can offer, and that's OKC. What we're rooting, anybody that doesn't want Giannis to come to the Hawks need to root like hell for OKC, which look like it don't matter because OKC look like the best team in the league in the regular season and the best team in the playoffs. So when they win the championship, they're not going to break that team up.
No.
But if they did, they got more picks than anybody. They have more picks, and Chet Holmgren or Jay Will with somebody like Isaiah Joe or something like that is better than anything the Hawks can. They can give up like 5 picks if they wanted to.
Got to match
players.
Got to match.
Jay Will just made All NBA third team. So you talking about getting an All NBA third teamer? You know what I'm saying? One of the best shooters in the league, in Isaiah Joe, plus 5 picks. No one in the league can beat that. So if you're a Hawks fan and you don't want Giannis Antetokounmpo, pray to whatever deity you pray to that OKC don't lose. Because OKC lose, they're going to get Giannis. They're going to get Giannis.
OKC to get Giannis, the salary's got to match. They don't have a good matching salary nowhere in that.
It would be sign and trade, Marion. It would absolutely be sign and trade. Giannis has 3 more years on his contract, 2 and then a player option. So to get Giannis Antetokounmpo in his prime, all you got to do and match him up with what's the name? And the thing is, most likely it'll be Chet, because Jalen Williams at 6'5", 6'6", plays hella defense. You put him, Giannis, and Dort, that's the best defense in the NBA. If you put Giannis, Dort, and Jay Will, that is the best that defense will rival the Bulls. If you put Giannis on that team.
They can't match the salaries, and you can't do a sign and trade with more than one player. It's not going to work, Larry. The salaries don't match.
Okay, well, I mean,
have to have their team.
Hold up, didn't Chet already get his rookie
That's in his 3rd year. He's on his rookie contract.
Oh, you're right. So
they can't match the salaries.
If they can't match salaries, then they got to be Houston.
I mean, everybody likes to say that it's OKC in Houston, but nobody likes to look at the numbers. And the numbers say OKC can't do it without giving up half of their team, half of the players that actually play. Houston can do it, but they're going to have to give up Sengun to do it. Are you going to give up Sengun?
Sengun they don't have to give up Sengun. No. But y'all want us. Hold on. Y'all want us to give up what we got. And not team, really. There's a whole lot of folks that's talking. It's not.
No, they're gonna drag the Hawks in the middle. 3-team trade.
The Hawks are in a great position because Jalen got the contract.
But I'm talking out my butt though. I seen this trade idea. For all the bozos in the comments, I seen this trade. What are you talking about?
I put it on home court on Facebook. Go look at that. Go look at it. It's up there.
There are many options that you can do pretty much. Other teams can get this shit done. You can do multiple teams. Yeah, you can shake your head all you want to, Mary, but it is.
They're gonna have to give up. They're gonna have to give up a lot. That's what Milwaukee's GM said. He said, "I'm gonna go for blood when I trade Giannis."
So I'm gonna ask you something, Mary.
We the free bleed.
We have blood. We don't have blood. That's my whole point. We don't have the assets to give up. Houston,
that's
why your AJC report is dropping.
Well, forget the report. Milwaukee, you have no pick.
Report is dropping him.
We don't have a lot of picks.
That's why Landry Fields was fired because he.
No, Landry Fields was fired before the season started. He was already dead man walking.
Look at why Landry Fields was fired. He was fired right after the exit interviews. What did he
was fired before the season started. Like I've been saying,
he got fired.
He was dead.
He was fired because of Nick Russell.
He was fired because he probably told them we're running it back, guys. I don't know. Look, I like our young guys personally. I'm not advocating for this to strip our team for young players to get young.
I'm happy.
But if it's only 2 players and picks, and they're saying that Trey Young is untouchable, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but Larry, you said who is they though? It's speculation. It's reports.
It is speculation, but if it's coming from,
stop hinging everything on
if
these
it's coming
reports.
from, AJC reporter has more to lose than me or you
Bro,
talking on the
they
podcast?
throw out stuff like that. They're making a scenario. They do it all the time. All the top writers.
All right.
So Foot, why you can, as you can see now, the man took the team to play in with the guys he got, right? So why you, if we can't get another guy here, what is the plan? Nobody never have a plan. They just can't trade Trey Young. What's the plan, bro?
Bro, I ain't saying that about Trey.
Well, no, hey
You
Mario,
did say
we
Trey
don't
Young,
know.
but
You don't
said
have
Trey Young
have
about an
anybody
hour ago.
on the head of the ship. You have no one at the head of this ship to steer this thing.
But even if that's the case, John, they still could come in. They still could come in and say, "Hey, I want to trade Trey Young." So what's the plan behind it? Because it really ain't no available stars with free agent or coming out the draft that we know of that's going to
Mark,
replace
this
that.
is what I said a long time ago, right? We're now flexible. I said not to get no damn Brandon Ingram or whoever. Stay where we are. Continue to dump salary, which we did. Now we're flexible. We got 2 picks. I don't hinge too much on the picks. If we pick them, they're development for me. I don't expect them to come in and just right off the rip, right?
Yeah.
We got some young players here, right? Go pick up some free agents. Well, it's not a free agents. I think Kool-Aid said there's not a lot of good free agents out there, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go get a high price free agent because they're not gonna change the fortune. Yeah. Starting last year, I said give us 3 years. We'll be able to compete. So 1 year gone, give us 2 years. Let's continue. I want to complete this rebuild. That's what I want. Because I said we rebuilt last year when everybody we ain't rebuilt. The hell we aren't. So
hey, I'm at a point where I'm a more optimistic. Like I'm not optimistic. I'm more pessimistic when I say this. I don't believe in if we're gonna get Giannis because every year I heard this, that, and the third, nothing never happened. So
no, I don't believe that either, Mario.
You're not gonna blow up the damn. If you're gonna, I'm not gonna blow up for what you married said, a 30 and whatever guy. I'm not doing that shit for him, right? Again, you're gonna bring high salary and you get rid of people. We ain't got no bench, no. Hell no, I'm not doing that.
What if it's for KD?
And definitely not for no 4 first-round draft picks.
No, but if I want to buy some tickets,
for KD, but one of those players, so you keep that. What if it's just JJ and 2 picks for Kevin Durant?
Hell no, I don't want no Kevin Durant.
What 2 picks? Hey, what 2 picks? What year?
What
year? JJ, I would do JJ for Giannis. And I don't know how to pitch, but I'm not giving a lot because guess what? Giannis sliding to the 4, right? And or whatever. But that's as all my
who's gonna be at the 5?
So here's my thing, Larry. We're not 1 player away from winning. So you do that if you're 1 player away. We're not 1 player away.
Okay, I agree with you. We're not 1 player away. I agree with you.
I'm not giving up. We just got some flexibility.
What do you think your owner would do, Foot?
What I think our owner do? Go continue to rebuild.
You making it great.
We just player adjustment away from winning. We are
I don't buy that
away from winning,
because people keep asking
player adjustment.
On who? You got to have people to come here first. We can't go like I said. We just
told you.
Was Al Horford not the pillar of the team? Yes or no?
I was glad Al Horford. I wasn't going to max him out. I don't have a problem shipping him out.
No. But what I'm asking you is that we gave that money to Dwight and then quickly shifted him out because Coach Bud and him didn't mesh. It got to the end of the season. Coach Bud wasn't even playing Dwight at the end of the game.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that our owner is known for meddling. Yes or no?
Well,
yes.
I don't know because we speculate based on reports.
Well, Coach
Bud, what I see, here's my opinion about the Hawks and the owner.
On speculation alone,
making business decisions. Y'all, people keep saying we don't spend
no
money. We don't go to luxury.
That's what I'm telling you.
We don't go to luxury. We won't do this. But for who? For who? That's what I'm saying. Because you got to have 2 parties agreeing, I want to come here. So if somebody say they want to come here and Hawks don't spend no money, okay, then you got legit
Giannis would be more of a business move than a basketball move. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. The thing
Tony Wrestler is a meddler.
The thing that
and his son is following in his footsteps.
I'm telling y'all right now, man, Kool-Aid was cooking because regardless on how we feel how the team should be built, Tony Wrestler makes moves because, well, at least perception-wise, he makes moves to make more money. He went and said, draft me Trey Young because of Atlanta culture over Luka Doncic. Okay.
Is that speculation or that's fact?
More speculation.
That was fact.
No, it's not.
But y'all got
it's not.
That was fact. That was fact.
Y'all keep saying stuff that's speculation. If it's a fact,
you want to know why it's not fact? You want to know why it's not speculation? Because what's his name? What's the former owner? Mark Cuban said that Tony Wrestler called them, or they called to each other, and they worked out the deal, not Travis Slink.
Okay,
so if I got the owner,
Mark Cuban called him.
I got the truth on that.
The owner said that he wanted Trey Young, and what's the name said, I want Luka Doncic. Let's get it done. What is that about? Why would you not?
I heard the owner wanted Trey Young. I heard he wanted.
I got the truth on that. I got the truth on that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That was quoted.
I got the total truth on that. I got the total truth and sound bites on all of that. So I got the truth on that, and I
already got an archive mine, but
Travis, when Wrestler gave Travis the power to be the GM on him and start the process of rebuilding this team, it was the whole concept was to build this team with the concept of Golden State in mind. And the only thing that Travis saw that Trey Young was the closest thing to a Curry that he saw and to start that rebuild. So his whole concept is that Wrestler gave him an opportunity to start that process of building that team. Now, I'm telling you from the beginning, Travis wanted Trey Young from the very, very beginning. I got the soundbite where Cuban said that he thought that Luka was going to go #1. They tanked. This came from Mark Cuban's mouth in the soundbite that he tanked on purpose to get to the 3 spot.
Kool-Aid. What is soundbite at? I mean, we got the quotes. What soundbite you talking about? Or
the soundbite where it came out of Cuban's mouth where he talked.
Yeah, I did hear that. I did hear that.
Listen, let me tell you now. I was there in the process of that draft pick. Okay, I was there. I'm telling you, I was there with the guy going back and forth and telling me who they finna go get and telling me what was going down. I was there. So the dude was, now y'all can believe it or not, but that's what happened. And what happened was that they was gonna get Trae, but what happened was that Mark Cuban was afraid that they was gonna lose Luka. And the reason he called Tony Wrestler to make the 2 trade man deal was for them, because see, in that pick, nobody wanted Trae. In that pick, in that top 5 pick, nobody wanted Trae, nobody but the Hawks. In that top 5 pick, nobody wanted Luka, nobody but Dallas. Because look at the 2 guys, Aiden went #1. Then your other guy went #2. When what the name called Atlanta, he was afraid that they were gonna lose Luka at #4. So he called and told Tony Wrestler, look, if you get Luka, I'll take Trae at 5. So that Memphis, because see, if you go back, I can find the soundbite when Jared Jackson thought he was going to go to the Hawks. We was there talking about get Jared Jackson. But no, but he thought, but then Cuban thought that Memphis was going to get Luka instead of Jared Jackson. So that's when he made the deal. He said, I already know what Atlanta want. They want Trae at 3. So I called Atlanta and made the deal to take Luka at 3, and I take Trae at 5, and then we'll make the trade, and I will give him a 2-man for 1 trade. That's straight up. I was there. I heard.
All right, Kool-Aid.
And Cuban sound bite is proof.
We're gonna move on, but what we first got on, what we talked about, want to change. Let's talk about Trae not making the All NBA team. What are y'all thoughts? Let's go start with Ryan.
I would have hoped Trae would have made at least the third team. I don't know how James Harden made it over him. Who else? Who all was on the third team? If somebody has it pulled up,
I pulled it up as we.
But yeah, I mean, led the league in assists and per game and for the year. Didn't really have. And here's the thing: people want to overrate Trey Young, but like, you're without your second best player. You traded at the time, third best player in DeAndre Hunter, so he didn't stay on the whole season. And Zach was, still trying to come up to speed. Doing all that, playing with, when Don Barlow's playing significant rotational minutes, and Mo Gay playing rotational minutes, Daquan Plowden, Keaton Wallace, all those guys coming in and still putting up 11 assists. I don't know what else you have to argue about that, but do you have it pulled up yet, Foot?
No, I'm pulled as you talk.
That's all I got. Larry?
I'm right. What you got, Larry? There we go.
I was trying to look it up, but I didn't see it.
I got it. Let me present it.
I know Cat was a part of it. I know Tyrese Halliburton was a part of it. Harden was the third team. I'm forgetting who else. Was it Steph? Maybe it was Steph, third team, and someone else, third team. But yeah, I feel like Trae Young getting snubbed for
James Harden.
for third team kind of shows you what the NBA machine and NBA writers think of Trae. I mean, we know that they don't like him. They orchestrated him getting snubbed the past 2 years.
Yeah.
When you only receive one All-Star vote from voters 2 years ago, because he had such a significant lead over Dame Lillard, you basically manipulated the voting so Trae Young couldn't make it. And he could, because they know the coaches was never put him in because of the whole Coach LP situation and Nate McMillan. So yeah, I mean that shows you where Trae Young is at, and it's just like, dude, you couldn't make it out of the play-in, and they just saying empty calories. Again, I would just point to, like Marion said, DeAndre Hunter was our second best scorer when he left, and then he's a non-factor on the Cavaliers. What we have are a whole bunch of young guys we're trying to rebuild, and really and truthfully, our timeline is different with Trae. Like, he don't even really fit the timeline. So yeah, if you're really looking at it, this organization has failed Trae Young on talent wise, and I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they're heading in the right direction with the talent that we have. I just don't know if the timelines match up. So Trae Young got snubbed. I'm not really surprised. First time.
Jalen Williams, my fault, Larry. Jalen Williams over him is crazy.
No, Jalen Williams is on a championship team, and a championship caliber team, a team that won 68 games. It was gonna be more than just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being on All NBA. I mean, it just was. He wasn't even top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year. So I see how they're doing it. Dyson Daniels, they said, okay, I'm gonna pat you on the head. We're gonna give Mobley the Defensive Player of the Year, even though he wasn't better than Dyson at all. and he disappeared defensively in the playoffs. Again, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you just love Dyson, this, that, and the third." But when Dyson only have 50 less blocks than you, and he's a guarding the best player, perimeter player all year, and still only have 51 less blocks, but you can take Dyson Daniels steals, and he got more steals and blocks than what Mobley has. So again, they said, you know what, Dyson, we're not gonna give you this award. We'll give you most improved, and that's what they did. And the award system is bogus. Yes.
Real quick, and this, I think Ryan, you already answered. I was gonna come back. If was anybody on this list that you didn't think should be on there before Trae, but I think
James Harden 100%.
Okay.
James, look, if all of these things are added up prior to the playoffs, which I think is a bold-faced lie, because there's never been an MVP awarded in the conference finals. Normally, MVP is given out either the middle of the first round or at the beginning, at the latest, the beginning of the second round. The NBA writers were literally sitting there watching the OKC. Whoever won that series was going to win the MVP. And can't anyone tell me any different? And that's why I said the NBA done showed their hands in 2 occasions how phony that their voting is, because they voted for Castle after the All-Star game, and there was no way that Zachary Ricochet could have won, even though Zachary Ricochet had the best 2 out of the months, and being on a team that got a ball-dominant guard like Trey Young to still get what he did in the second half of the season, he was a much better player than Castle. But that All-Star game, everybody turned in their things like, it was a runaway. That's how you know that they don't pay attention. So Trey Young getting snubbed over Harden, who both are just offensive guards. And no.
All right, we're gonna go to and Ryan, you already gave your answer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna go to Marion next. What's your thought?
My thought is similar to what Larry said. Trae was snubbed, and I'm reading. I got this. I'm gonna read this right quick. It says Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks, a 3-time All-Star, led the NBA with 11.4 assists per game, adding 22.7 points, 1.3 steals, and 25 double-doubles. Only non-center to achieve this. Bro, if you look at the team that we had around Trae and the fact that he was able to put up that, especially the 11.4 assists, 25 double-doubles, only non-center to achieve this. And you say that you have James Harden, who was on a loaded team, is better. I mean, the Clippers were loaded.
Yeah.
They had shooters, they had defense, they had Kawhi Leonard, they are loaded. And you're saying that James Harden, who was on a loaded team, who couldn't even match the assist numbers, is better. I have to say that, you know, the writers have shown that they don't like Trae Young. That's basically what it comes down to. It's not about what's happening on the court. It's not about what's happening on the court. It's about what happens in their own opinion. And that's unfortunate.
And that's another reason why they need Giannis.
Okay. That's what you got, Marion?
That's what I got.
All right, and James Harden is your one. All right. What you got there?
Who turned?
Mario.
Oh, okay.
We can't hear you, DeMario.
Sorry. He got snubbed, but it's more of the writers don't like the Hawks as opposed to Trae Young. Because if they can get Trae Young out of Atlanta, watch it switch up. You see how they switched up the way they spoke about DeAndre Hunter when he left. So it's more of get him out of Atlanta, then we can talk about him being this, that, and the third. Yeah, but he should have made the team. But Damon said you got to win to be All NBA. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if you take, well, I mean, you took these guys. Like I said, I keep going back for all these years. He's taking them to the play-in, but I mean, hey, you find an uphill battle if you ain't winning. So that's my take on it.
So what player he should have went ahead of?
I agree with Marion and Larry. He should have went ahead of James Harden. Yeah.
All right. What you got, Kool-Aid?
Yeah, man. It's Atlanta itself, man. It's just Atlanta. Like I agree with Marion. If Trey Young was anywhere right now, man, they would raise Trey Young to superstardom, bro. And he probably playing on a team about to win a championship if he was playing on one of the teams in the playoff right now. But they'll raise that man, and just his stats alone set him off from all the point guards in the NBA right now. I mean, what my man just read, just his stats alone, year after year, not just 1 year, his whole career. So yeah, it was a snub, man. It's just Atlanta, but they gonna always use winning as an excuse to snub Trey Young. They would do that every single time. And
who said that?
Trey Young is not on a team. They know Trey Young is not on a team with players that gonna win. He just not gonna get it. But like I said, if he get Giannis and can get another player and get up here and they go get that championship, make that run. When I'm gonna go back to 2021, and I listen to Jay. Y'all know Jalen or whatever his name is, who played, who the prosecutor who played for that be over there talking. And then when he got to that conference final, they started trying to come to the conclusion whether Trey Young a superstar or not. Then they start talking. But it's just like your boy Brunson right now. His teammates said he was what, overrated. So it's just hate. It's just like it's hate. Trey Young talk a lot of trash to all the players sometimes, and they don't know how to take it when Trey Young can put it on you and then talk stuff. But it's just pure hate, man. It's just pure hate. That's all.
Okay. What you got, John?
I've told you guys before, I do not put any stock in voted on award. Some of the folk might not have had no peanut butter for the peanut butter and jelly sandwich right full time for them to go vote. And they take it out on somebody that's borderline. Those awards, most valuable player, most improved player, all that type of stuff there, I could care less. I could care less. The only trophy that matters to me is the Larry O'Brien basketball about to fall off of the damn trophy award. Because that means that you and your team were the very best that played that particular year, and they can't take it away from you, and they can't debate about what you did. You won. You was the shiznit. Okay. All right. And so all of these awards where you got to vote and people have these preconceived notions about you, or they have things against you, because see, I was reading up on this all NBA team here, and up until 1980 something, the players were the only ones that voted. Now it's the broadcasters and sports writers. Now, with the way that Trey Young hate is in New York, and that's where most of those sports writers are, in the northeastern corridor of the country, what do you think those people are going to think about voting for Trey Young? Trey Young, look, anybody who looks at the Atlanta Hawks know Trey Young made gasoline out of goat piss every time he go out there on the floor. He is, I mean, how in the world can this man not be considered for all NBA team when he has a bunch of non-shooters, non-scorers, especially this past year, and is leading the league in assists. We were looking, and what stat was that we were talking about, Marin, me, you, and Foot, about potential assists. Okay, putting the ball in people's hands, and Larry too. We were talking about that too.
Yeah,
putting the ball in people's hands, but
that bullshit stat.
But no. Now, see, Foot, I can't say that. I can't say that.
If it didn't happen, it's bull. Yes.
No, not now.
Finish with your story. Finish with your story.
Okay, and see, the reason why I use it is because if you dead eye right up against the basket and you fumble the doggone ball away, and the point guard or whoever it was that gave you the ball put it right where you supposed to get it, and you mess it up, that's a potential assist. It just went down the darn drain. Okay, but Trey Young, I mean, look, the man is working overtime. The man works overtime every time he clocks in because he's got, he's the one that got to save it because you don't have anybody else here reliable that has done it or will do it. Okay. So these people voting for these awards with their own personal biases, their own personal foibles, their own personal situations where they don't want to vote for somebody and they try to find somebody not to vote for, especially since now I understand they adopted the WNBA model for all NBA team and have a positionless voting instead of voting for the best point guard, voting for the best forward, power forward, whatever position on the floor. It's positionless voting. Oh, hell no. Trey Young will never win it. He will never win it because they will always put somebody else in front of him since they are not voting by position anymore. So, hey, man, and I agree with Larry and you all saying about James Harden. What had James Harden done this year?
Choke.
What has James Harden done this year?
On a stacked team.
Except get that bird nest out of his beard.
On a stacked team. That's what he's done.
On a stacked team.
On a stacked team.
Can I tackle that afterwards? Foot, I saw you highlight somebody who said, well, you're not going to make all the NBA if you're under 500. What was Wemby last year?
No, he said, they made it under, why they under 500?
Wemby was first team all NBA.
Oh, I know. Let me go first real quick, Larry, before I forget. Let me go real quick. I'm going to hit on all that too.
Go ahead.
I'm with John. I've been telling y'all, some of y'all we've debated when y'all talk about all NBA, all-star, MVP, that shit don't mean nothing to me, right? Because again, what's the criteria for any of those awards? What's the criteria? That's why I always hit people with, they can never give me an answer. What's the criteria for those awards?
Got to be voted for.
I like you.
Whatever the wind
I
blows.
like you.
Exactly. So
the wind blows.
I don't put much credence to anything when I said, oh, Mario, you back. All right, put Mario back up here. That's why I put too much credence to when people use these awards to say, to compare like Giannis, oh, he was an MVP. This, I don't give a shit about all that. Again, it's a popularity contest. All-star, MVP, all NBA, what else? Yep. It ain't like it used to be. It's not like it used to be.
Good. That's why. Right? That's why. No, go ahead. Finish it.
And so, my bad. So that's why I knock it down when anybody hit me with that when I talk about a particular player. He was this, he this. It don't matter. You are popular. We all know that the NBA is they push what they want. Just like they push, prime example, a Jason Tatum. He ain't that damn good. I don't care what you said to me. To me.
I agree.
When I look at, because one thing about me, when I form my opinions, it's because I watch basketball film. I don't watch broadcast shit. I can just, when I got extra, I can pull up whoever I want to, look at all their numbers, right? Even when it came to this Trey Young thing, when I started on my spiel starting last year, that might help me push me to it. But when you look at it, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at gameplay on. A lot of people just look at damn stats. because I hear somebody, who can, I think Mary, I can get 30 and whatever, 11 all day from Giannis. Y'all got to stop looking at stats and look at gameplay, because the way the NBA is played today, you can get those type of stats, and those type of stats come from bad basketball playing, in my opinion, right? So, and I'm not saying that's where all those stats come from, but those stats don't mean much. How do you affect the game means more, and it's not always your points, your and all this other stuff, a defense or whatever, right? It's a combination of everything, how you affect the game. So when I talk about bringing certain players, I talk about how they affect this game. How they're going to put us to the next level, like a Giannis. I'm not giving all that for him because he's not going to put over that hurdle. Just with him adding him to it and removing two guys. So again, you got to look at that play. You got to look at the NBA is going to it's probably running back if you watch the playoff. This whole ISO 3-point type stuff, it ain't kind of working like it used to work. They're changing how they play defense and what folks are doing. But my opinion, again, in all NBA, all MVP, All-Star, like somebody said, give me 3 superstars, another superstar. What's a superstar? Because they put up stats. That's what people give them superstar status, right? Because I'm gonna put up these stats on this team, right? Let's say Trey Young, like y'all mentioned DeAndre Hunter, right? He go to Cleveland, he ain't doing that because they don't need that from him, right? We needed that from him. Cleveland didn't need it. So I hate folks be putting down all the players we got, the reserve, the players that left. Like y'all going, they went here without Trae, they ain't do it because they don't need that. Look at the Hawks. We need that.
Can I ask you a question?
Hey, but they did need that.
What, man?
My question. I heard you say it before, but I want to ask you now. Is it still F them picks? I heard you say F them picks. Is it still F them picks?
If you want to win, now F them picks.
I'm just saying, is it still? Do you still say F them picks?
If you want to win, F them picks. If we're gonna complete the rebuild, keep the picks. And
so now, if it's F them picks, you have a problem with us trading 2 players for 1 player.
I have a problem trading JJ and or Dyson or Zach for Giannis, particular.
For
not
1 player.
1 player. No, not another one particular. We're talking about Giannis.
Okay, 2 players for 1 player.
But that was in combination with picks too, wasn't it?
It's F them picks, so John.
I have a problem.
F them picks.
I have a problem trading in that scenario for Giannis. Yes, I have a problem with that.
So you don't like
that
Giannis.
ain't the same as saying F them picks to go get some other stuff that make more sense. That to me, that doesn't make sense for now or the future.
So you don't like Giannis, is what you're saying?
No, I didn't say Giannis. I said if I would trade JJ for Giannis and some other things, I'm not giving JJ, Zach, and like 3-4 picks. I'm not doing that. So I never said I didn't want to trade for Giannis. I would take Giannis for JJ and maybe something minimal, right? Because again, for the way I see it, we're not there, right? So I'm not going to give away my assets if we're not there. If we were there and all we need is 1 player like Giannis to take us over the hump, then yes, we're still rebuilding. We're not one player away from a championship. So that's my point. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I hear what you're saying.
All right.
All right, can I go?
Go ahead, Larry.
Go ahead, Larry. I'm counting you, Larry.
What's that? What's that?
All right. I want to quote the homie Ticket.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He always talking about you always want to be ahead of the politics. Okay. In my opinion, we all know that the NBA is more sports entertainment than sports.
First game, y'all by yourself.
Okay. We all know that the NBA is getting closer to sports entertainment than actual sport now. They're not calling traveling. They're not calling walk.
2 seconds.
And if you want to get ahead of the politics, you know what I'm saying? Demond said also, if you want to get ahead of the politics, you're going to need a Giannis because Trey Young, they are showing you that they are moved away from Trey Young. They like Brunson and they like Halliburton way more now. So if that's the case, you're gonna need someone like a Giannis. I'm not saying make the trade. I say I would do it, but not as many picks. You know what I'm saying? If it's just 2 players, I would do it because I'm not gonna let Jalen Johnson, who's often hurt, and 2 young guys that I like, even if it's Dyson Daniels, I will drive them to Hartsfield. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, like, if you're looking at it for sports entertainment, Tony Wrestler is about that cash. And you have a Trey Young and a Giannis on a ticket. He's selling more season tickets. He's getting more walk up. He's getting all that. Like that move.
Jerseys.
That move is so a Tony Wrestler move. That is so a Tony Wrestler move to try to go get Giannis. To sell the farm so he can have State Farm Arena packed and then have and sell those units in Centennial Yards for premium. That is a totally, just like you said, Foot, it's a business. And a business wise, going to get Giannis Antetokounmpo and basically killing your youth movement is what a businessman would do if he's trying to cash in on not only the Hawks ticket sales, but trying to get tenants in Centennial Yards to make Centennial Yards pop. And that's all I'll say. I'm not saying I want to do it.
The right move to make.
If you want to win a championship, you go and get Giannis.
Get Giannis Antetokounmpo. Look, we are.
If you want to win,
it depends on what I got to give up.
It doesn't matter because you don't have nobody on the team better than Giannis.
You have politics,
and you doggone sure won't after you give up everything.
Yes, you will. You got Trey Young and Giannis.
Once you get Giannis,
Trey Young and Giannis, and then you build around that.
Once you get Giannis,
I wanted to talk with you about that. Hold on, let Dixon finish, John.
Once you get Giannis on your team, you have the politics on your side. Trey Young, look, you see what they did for Dame Lillard. Trey Young, second team All NBA. Trey Young voted on the All-Star team. Giannis and Trey Young, they're gonna be making Giannis and Trey Young, making them out to be Stockton and Malone. I'm telling you, man.
Well, because you go,
I'm gonna tell you what the NBA is gonna market. I'm not telling you what they're gonna do.
Hold on, Devon. Let me say,
let me explain
real quick. Hey, fellas, I got tournament early in the morning.
All right,
y'all later.
Good luck to you.
Let me explain something to y'all, okay? Listen, when you make a trade for Giannis, okay, that is a championship move. What does that mean? That means you already, okay, this is what good front offices do. Okay, you got to be able to, as we say in the Army, lean forward in the foxhole. You already need to know when you make a move for Giannis, you already need to know what your secondary moves to show up weaknesses on your team. Because you already know what the Bucks want in exchange for Giannis. Okay, they want A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, what you do is then you look at your team. All right, when we give up A, B, C, D, E, F, G, what's left? What's the money like? How can we address it? What's the benefit of getting somebody like a Giannis? Because you will get, this is where you get your veterans, the good veterans who are going to come here and play for the vet minimum. Why? Because they see an opportunity to win a championship. Okay. You want to know why nobody come to Atlanta? Because nobody sees a way to a championship in Atlanta. Okay. It's you're not reinventing the wheel. Every championship team does the same thing. It's the same.
Give me an example. Give me an example. Give me an example. Give me an example.
The Bucks. So you telling me without Giannis that Dame Lillard will go there? No. You telling me without Giannis, Chris Middleton would have turned out to be something? No. You telling me without Giannis, they would have got PJ Tucker? No. You telling me without Giannis,
got Drew
they would have got Bobby Portis? No. Okay. They had Drew Holiday. Did Drew Holiday go there without Giannis? No.
Nope.
Every championship team does the same.
Give me
thing.
another example besides Giannis, a Giannis based
the Lakers.
example.
The Lakers.
Okay.
Why do you
All
think
right.
AD wanted to go to the Lakers? Why do you
play
think
with
Chris
LeBron.
Paul wanted to go to the Lakers? Why do you
Dwight
think people
Howard.
want to go to the Lakers? Because they know the Lakers are trying to put a team around to win. What you think about to happen when LeBron retired? They're gonna build right around Luka Doncic. All the dudes gonna go there as usual, and we gonna sit here and be like, "Dang, we can't get nobody."
Why did Kyrie want to go to the Dallas Mavericks?
You're not. The reason we don't get free agents because we're not playing for nothing.
Okay, now did the Lakers have to give up a whole bunch to get a Luka Doncic?
Yeah,
or an
AD?
What you think they gave up to get AD? Wait. What you think they gave up to get AD? Look it up.
Everything.
They gave
up all their young players. Randall, Ball. What's the other guy? D'Lo. D'Lo was the number 2 pick. Ball was the number 2 pick. Randall was the top 5 pick.
Ingram, the light skin.
Yeah, I was about to say Brandon Ingram.
Come on, man. They gave up. Okay. You know why? Because like I tell y'all, bro, listen to me. I tell y'all this all the time. When you want to win a championship teams don't got a bunch of young dudes. They don't. You can't run around with a Mo G out of the G League, Richard say a rookie, and then expect championship results when you got G League talent. It's not gonna happen. You don't develop and compete for a championship at the same time. Okay, who won the championship last year?
I definitely agree with that.
Who won the title last year?
Celtics.
Okay. Name it out of they starting 5. Okay, 2 things you're gonna see. 2 things you're gonna see on that starting 5. Probably 3 things. You're gonna see at least 2 All NBA players, Jaylen Brown and Tatum. You're gonna see 2 people making $300 million. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. You're gonna see the other 3 making $100 million. Derek White, Drew Holiday, okay, Porzingis. Okay, what else you gonna see? You're gonna see multiple all-star. This just they starting 5. We ain't got to the bench. This just they starting 5. Okay, now you look at the Hawks. You got 1 All NBA player, 1 all-star. What else you got?
Nothing.
Exactly. So when you say
young players.
So
go ahead, John.
Okay, now this is the thing. This is the thing with me. Now we know, and you've chronicled it, Demond, that our owner wasn't going to go into the second apron or the third. That's the time. Now, if we had the opportunity, now see the thing is, this is going to cost money because see right now Boston is looking to dump salary now. They got their 1 championship.
Let me explain something to y'all. Boston is only dumping salary. They don't care about their tax. The reason they dumping the salary is because of the
they're not winning.
If you didn't have the penalties, they'll keep spending money. That's why they can't.
See, I understand, but they are there. That's the problem.
Because the reason they have the reason they have the aprons is to stop super teams from forming.
Because teams like Golden State and Steve Ballmer, they will spend and spend. Do you know Golden State's luxury tax they pay is more than our roster?
Yes, I understand that. And see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and I understand the reason why they did that, Ryan. And Ryan, you're right. They are trying to stop the super team situation. Because see now, like if
basically they're trying to say that what they doing is they don't give a fuck about the super team. What they're doing is this because them other owners don't want to spend money.
Exactly.
That's cheat. What they're doing. So they throw these penalties. It's the same thing with the salary cap.
It's something that they agreed to do.
Owners, because it's a majority.
That's what they agreed to do.
It's just like the salary cap. Teams who want to win don't care about the cap. They don't give a fuck about that because they gonna spend the money. It's the owners who don't want to spend money because they the first one to tell you.
Right, I agree. I understand that.
You are an owner and you are a billionaire. Why are you coming over here complaining about a market? Okay, because them other owners don't care. So that's why they put that stuff in place because people like Joe Lacob was gonna keep spending the money.
Yep.
Right now, in line with what you're saying, see, the thing is that the NBA does not have penalties to stop you from spending over the salary cap or going into a luxury tax. Anything
now
that
they
nature.
do.
Not like the NFL.
Not like the NFL. Now it's hard. It's harsher than everywhere now.
Yeah, they do, John. If you go over the second April, they take away picks.
Yep.
The NBA now,
but okay. Now, see, the thing is, all right. The salary cap in the NBA is set at a figure. Then you go to an apron of a luxury tax, and then you go to another apron of a luxury tax. The NFL does not have anything like that. You just have a hard cap.
Yeah, hard cap. Yeah.
You got a hard cap there.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't understand.
we need to spend money. Just like you said, Damon, we need to spend money and go and get players to, push us up to the front of the line for an NBA championship. All right. And we right now, we got a 2 or 3-fold problem in doing so.
Yeah.
I don't know what this new person's vision is going to be. I know that the previous people's vision, that's doubtful because thing is that it was the assistant that made these moves and not the real general manager that did it. Okay. So in continuing where we're going to go, how long, say for instance, you get a Giannis. How long will it be before, and I mean, I guess this is a speculative question. How long will it be before you compete for a championship? Will it be next year?
John, if you get
the same year you trade for Giannis, you compete for a championship.
Competing right then.
That is your whole.
No. I mean, being in there.
That's what I'm saying. John.
I don't see that being a 1-year turnaround.
The only reason you make a trade for a Giannis is because you're trying to win today, not next week. Not you trying to win today.
I understand that.
So what you do is, like I said, you go to Milwaukee, they're gonna tell you what they want. Okay. You look at your roster and say, if I make this move, where are we weak at? How can we address it? And I've said it up here tons of times. I'm gonna say it again. A good front office already had the following moves already completed. So when Giannis gets, so if they say the Hawks trade for Giannis, next day after that, sometime after within a week, it should be other trades the Hawks making.
Yeah,
because you already got them already made. You just waiting to see if the Giannis deal go through. That's what you do. Right, you just don't go and just trade for Giannis and then try to figure it out. No,
you
already figured it out. Once they tell you what they want, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna meet those demands. Let's look at the team with Giannis and Trae. Where are we weak at? What needs to be addressed? How can we address it through free agency, or can we address it through other trades? If it's other trades, before you make the Giannis deal, you already working the other trades. Okay. So when that Giannis deal go through, here comes the secondary trades coming through. Okay, that's if you want to win today. Okay, the Hawks currently constructed. We're not playing for nothing except a good record.
We're playing for playing.
Right now,
I agree with that.
Right now, with you running back, okay. Now, if you don't want to make a move like that for a Giannis, right, then you look at your current team. Basically, you basically gonna have to run it back with your core players because your core players are so young and still developing. The damn vet is Trae. Your shooting guard Dyson Daniels is 20 what? 2? Jalen Johnson 20 what? 3, 4?
24.
Yo, Conwell was 20 what? Okay.
26, 25.
Zach 25. Is 20, 21. So
Zach 20.
And Zach just turned 20.
You're really waiting for those young players to develop, okay? Because we are not a free agent destination because we never have a path to a championship. That's why people don't come here. That's why those impact veterans don't come here. Why come here for $10 million when I can go somewhere else who I know compete for a championship, and I'll go over there for $2 million because I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to come over here and make $10 million and be in a play-in or be 500 and you barely making it. That's the whole problem. Now, once we get a good core going, right? Because like I said,
hold on, hey Demond, hold on. You made a point right there. Because it's like a lot of them veterans who they get over the hill, they'll come here and get their check.
Right. Yep. And that's why you hear me. That's why I hate people like I don't fuck with Vince Carter when he was here because he just came to be on NBA TV. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mess with those veterans. I don't mess with Dwight Howard because he waited till his back was all messed up. Now he want to come here. Now you broke. You want to come here? No, take your
right.
You could have came here before you went to the Lakers. You could have came here before you went to Houston. No, you chose to come here with your back hurt. Gonna change your number to 8, and you found Jesus. What? Come on, man. But we
ain't found no Jesus where he at.
We never have a path to a championship. That's why you don't get nobody to come here. And that's why every time you see trades with the Hawks, it's always us getting the short end of the stick. Because nobody takes us seriously when it comes to competing for a championship. And that's why Trey Young, that's why he don't make all NBA. Because you gotta win. You got a handful of dudes who made all NBA and who won an MVP on a losing team. A handful. But 95% is everybody on that list, first, second, third team, in the playoffs over 500. Because you have to show that your production it goes toward what? Winning. That's all. You gotta win.
Oh no, see, the team got to win. Cause see, thing is now if Trey Young and see that's why I disagree, and I've stated this already. That's why I disagree with these voted on awards. What you think Trey Young was doing? He just out there just throwing assists to lose? No, he's throwing assists and trying to score. He's trying to win. But the team is not winning. The team is not winning.
You have to win.
Yeah.
You got your onesies and twosies. Wemby did it. Luka did it. Westbrook won an MVP when it was like
that was a popularity contest.
Well, no, because he was the first one to average a triple double in like 40 years. Okay, so that was a big issue. No one cares when you're not winning. No one cares.
I agree.
So, go ahead, Larry. Larry,
get in.
No, I was waiting for Demond, man.
My bad. Real quick, let me read this real quick. Larry, there you go. Shout out to homeboy Trap 1K, man, with the $5 super chat, man. Would our young core be good without Trey Young? We need to make moves to keep him here. I mean, listen, they're only going to be as good as the coach and the front office and the training staff develop them. That's as good as they're going to get. Okay?
Yeah.
That's why, how many times y'all heard me come up here and say, I'm really invested in Mo G? Why? Because he's the first draft pick who's actually going through the whole College Park pipeline. That's why I hope he turned into something. Because then what does that do? That gives you confidence in our training staff. Okay, we know if we draft a dude late in the first or early second, we run him through College Park for 2-3 years. We know at a minimum we can get a decent role player. Okay, you may not get a star, but you'll get a role player on the cheap. You get depth that we sorely lack, right? So I mean, listen, Tony Wrestler, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, he never gonna get rid of Trey Young, man. I don't know why even people keep addressing that. He's never gonna get rid of him because at the end of the day, when you look at it from a business standpoint, he's the only one who sells tickets.
Yep.
No one goes to see Ricochet play. No one goes see Jalen Johnson. No one go when you go in Atlanta in that thing in State Farm, it's majority Trey jerseys. On the road, when I go to San Antonio or Dallas, it's only Trey jerseys. It ain't no other Hawk jersey. Okay, nobody paying $5,000 for a 20 game pack. Okay, to go see Dyson Daniels. I hate to say it. Okay,
nope. I wouldn't.
And before you go, Larry, I just want to say that I think the Hawks will make Ansi Saleh the Bobo.
President of basketball operation.
Yeah.
Yep, that's gonna be another mess up, but it is what
Oh,
it is.
see now that's insulting. That is
I'll roll
insulting.
with it.
If that happens, Ryan, if that happens, that is one of the worst insults.
I mean,
Well,
if you look like Brad Rowland, who's
And you right. You right.
but like if they would have chosen somebody, they would have already made an announcement right now. My bad, Larry. Go ahead.
Yeah, because
No.
it's late. It's late.
I'll touch on that. What Ryan just said. I don't think they're gonna make him the Po Bowl. I think he's just gonna be like Landry. He's gonna be the GM that's acting as the Po Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's an interchangeable
they
position.
haven't had a Po Bowl since
Swank.
since Nate.
Travis.
I mean, no, since Travis, but a real one. But he only had the job for 6 months and he quit. So
Well, then Danny Ferry.
It was an ease out. It was a coup.
No, Coach Bud was the last one.
Westcott.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It was Westcott.
Coach Bud was the last Po Bowl guy. Coach Bud was the last Po Bowl, and he was doing Po Bowl and coaching. He hired a GM, or the GM who was the assistant to Danny Ferry was moved into the GM spot, but he was basically the president of basketball operation, acting as the GM because he had a lot of power. And the guy was still basically an assistant because he was the scout guy, whatever. What I will say is that's the pattern of Tony Wrestler. Tony Wrestler likes that system that, hey, his kids can be kind of involved with that. They really ain't got no skill, anything else, so they just gonna go ahead and do this. Or they did real estate. Maybe they messed up a big deal in real estate. They say, okay, I'll get this team, and then I can get my kids out of my hair. Oh, I kind of like basketball now, you know, but I'm gonna meddle because I'm a billionaire, and I believe I'm smarter than anybody in the room. Okay, so when you got a billionaire like that who bought a team for status, bought it for his kids for recreation, but saying, okay, how can I make money off this? Let me start this project, Centennial Yards. How can I maximize Centennial Yards with tenants, with people going there, you know what I'm saying, making this the Cubs town or something like that, or what they have with the Cubs or something like that. How can I make that? Or looking at the Braves with the Battery and being envious, how can I make something better than the Braves? Well, the Braves got homegrown, you know, superstar type talent. One just came back. So what can the Hawks do? What can I do? Landry said, word on street is Landry got fired because he couldn't make any big deals. That most likely he was going to run it back, okay, and just try to develop. Tony Wrestler wasn't trying to hear that because most likely Trey Young was going to walk. Yeah, Trey Young's being a good soldier right now because he pushed for the DeJounte Murray trade, but Trey Young see his career going another path. The NBA is more sports entertainment than sport right now. And if you want to beat the politics and you want people to come to Atlanta, you have to get somebody who they want to play with. And first of all, Trey Young is not liked amongst his peers because he talked trash and nutmeg him and just embarrass him. So that's why they don't vote for him for the what's name. I like Bronson. I'll chill with Bronson. I'll go to the strip club with Bronson. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when you really look at it, Trey Young is on the outs with the players. He's out with the media. He's out with the NBA now because he refused to be the villain. You know what I'm saying? If Trey Young would have took the villain role and been the next Reggie Miller, the Hawks would be in a better position. You know what I'm saying? He would get the benefit of the calls. You know what I'm saying? But now, since he utterly rejected that and started dissing not only the media, but NBA officials and the NBA, you know, machine, he's on the outside. He's on the outside looking in. So if you want to get back in the good graces, you have to get somebody to come here and play because Trey's not a number one. I think everybody and their mama can see.
I disagree. I disagree, Larry. I disagree.
Here's the thing.
I disagree with that.
Here's the thing, Larry. Here's the thing, and this is what I try to tell people. Okay,
win the championship.
You look at championship teams. Okay,
Trey Young is Kyrie.
You do what championship teams do.
Is that fair?
Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is all the Hawks got to do. The Hawks need to go and get keep Aussie as your as your GM / president.
Your interim guy.
Okay,
yeah,
that's not a good look, because guess what? That's gonna be your second guy in a row, and who a rookie. Landry was a rookie. Ansi's a rookie. He never been in charge. He always been an assistant handling the books. But just like Landry, Ansi does not have the connections around the league like a Austin Brown, like a Bob Myers. That's what you missing out on. You missing out on the connections. You missing out on guys when they hit you with a trade and be like, hey, man, I need you to do me a solid. Okay? You're missing out on that. Keeping Ansi is not a good look. Okay? Now, if you're going to run it back and keep the same guys, then you should have just kept Landry Fields.
Pretty much.
The only thing I fight back on that, Demond, the way Landry Field weasel his way into that job, in my opinion, made his name mud in the GM community. I don't think that once he has that stigma.
But Larry, at the end of the day,
but he don't have the stigma of stabbing his brother in the back.
At the end of the day, Mike. Tony Wrestler still hired him. That's on the owner. He didn't have to hire Landry Field.
I know that, Demond,
but that was a backstab job. That was a backstab.
It's too brutal. How can you be the owner of a freaking franchise and be a billionaire, okay? And then look at Landry. I don't care how he weaseled his way in, but you see a guy with zero experience as a general manager at the NBA level. When you got a guy, and your son don't know nothing neither. His son don't know nothing. And you got a guy in Travis Slink, your president of basketball, okay, who just came from 5 years with a championship organization.
Yeah.
What does Matt always tell you? What does Matt always tell you when we come up with this subject? He always says that Travis Slink, Nick Russell went to his dad and told his dad that Travis Slink was not collaborative. That Travis Slink didn't listen.
That's not the point I'm making, John. The point I'm making.
Wait a minute.
See, I don't want you to go too far, because that's not what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When you are a billionaire and you've built a company, okay. I don't care, and I love my kids, but if my son come to me and I know he had zero experience, okay, zero in basketball operations.
But that's what makes it so stupid. That's what makes it so stupid. He did it.
To my son.
He did it.
I'm not going to take his information.
Wait.
Drastic moves when I have I have a proven NBA executive from a damn championship organization. Listen, guys, I'll tell you this, and I'm gonna shut up.
But he did it, Demond.
Every bad move since 2012 has come from Tony Wrestler, Nick Wrestler, and Bud when he was the president. Every last one.
That's right.
Every last one.
That's right.
About the Mary, I need to say something about the Mary and Mary.
That's right.
Hurry up, guys. I'm finna wrap it up.
All right, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I won't be long. I think that when you look at everything that we just saw, that we have seen, talking about the future, not the past, the AJC beat writer mentions 2 players that are untouchable. How does he know this? He's the beat writer. He has credibility that he got to keep. Number 2, nationally, we're mentioned in the mix for Giannis. Why are we mentioned in the mix? It looks like we got nothing. How did our name come up in the mix for Giannis? Has to be a reason. Number 3, Ansi has been made the GM, and he was part. When we look for the president of basketball operations, you can't leave Ansi, and Ansi is a number guy. Why do you think we moved all that money? Why do you think we moved all those players? How do you think we got all these contracts in good position? It was Ansi's work in the background. He's the numbers guy. So here's the thing. And finally, Trey Young being a good soldier. Notice how Trae talks. Trae don't talk anything negative about what's going on. Even today, getting snubbed. He said, "Well, when is gonna cure all of this?" When you put it all together, when you look at the big puzzle, when you put it all together, it points to the fact that we know we're getting Giannis. It points to that. Here's why. Ansy being the numbers guy, he probably already worked out the deal and what it would take to get Giannis. And he's probably working on deals that go after that. And that's why we need a president of basketball operations, because the deals that go after that is probably something that he's not capable of getting done by himself. He needs somebody with a little bit of gravitas to get the deals done. On top of that, talking about our president of basketball operations search, we're looking for somebody who can make those deals in place of Ansy. So when you put it all together, I think we've already decided. I mean, because the biggest thing is the AJC beat writer saying that there are 2 untouchable players. The only reason he would come out and say that is because somebody told him that. And the only reason somebody told him that is because they wanted him to leak that so that the fan base would be all right with us getting rid of Richard
Travis.
JJ.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, Marion, I got a question for you.
Have that type of information.
I got a question for you, Marion.
Yeah.
Hey, who is
I go
Ansy?
next after Marion to ask that question.
He's talking about Salah.
Ansy.
He's the
Salah.
GM now. Salah.
Oh, honestly. Okay, I'm like, who?
He's talking about the spider, the spider from Africa.
Hey, go ahead, Kool-Aid, so I can wrap it up.
It's actually pronounced Saleh, according actually.
Oh, Saleh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Anansi.
No, you're good.
Now, then what I was getting from some of what I was hearing too is that I don't think Landry was liked by any of the other agents from other teams, and that's why it made it hard for him to make deals.
Agents or GMs.
Agents or GM, they didn't really like Landry. Now,
they thought he was a buffoon.
Now, when I listen to Roland and other guys speaking, they like Unsy. Unsy been around, coming up through those GMs and those.
Bro, he ain't been around. He ain't been around. Hey,
but this is his first time ever being. Yeah, this is his first time ever being. And the reason I'm saying it like that, sometimes it ain't what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly.
And by him knowing certain people, he can easily make deals with those people a lot better than Landry could because they didn't like Landry. They manipulated Landry in every deal that he did. Every deal
Landry
that
got
Landry tried
lucky
to do, he was manipulated by that team manager or some kind of way for him to take doo-doo and to get over on
Landry's trades, they've been pretty. I mean, if you take away that Murray deal, his trade's been all right.
Well, I mean, you take.
Landry
I'm gonna
got
tell you
lucky with
something.
the Dyson deal.
That move. I'm gonna tell you something. That move where he went and made that deal with Houston to bring Bruno back. That was not a good. That deal right there. That was not good, bro. That was not a good deal.
We needed. We needed.
If we really look at it,
we needed a center, but you could have did better than bringing Bruno back.
It depends. You don't know how much money.
Because let me tell you something. Now, let me tell you something. Big Frank the Tank. I don't care nobody say Big Frank the Tank was a lot better player than Bruno. He was proven to be a championship player.
Oh my God!
College basketball, and he was proven to be playing on a championship team in the finals as the backup center.
Welcome
and
to
that's where he
the
got his knee hurt. If he wouldn't have got his knee hurt, I really believe.
Shout out to Frank Kaminsky. Holy crap!
The Suns would have had a chance to beat. Giannis down because you would have had a backup center, but he didn't. He wasn't able to do it. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. But that part about why I think Unsy and another thing is that Unsy. It's too late in the game now. And I don't think Unsy is going to get a basketball operation now. I think they're going to go
too late now.
Go through the process.
It ain't never too late to get a president.
And you see what I'm saying? Out of order. When I say the team is out of order, is that they doing this stuff out of order. And sometimes you do things out of order. You get too deep into the doo-doo. It's sometimes it's time to make these moves now. It's time to make decisions now. And you don't want to bring somebody in that gonna be part of this. Cause I'm gonna tell you something like this. Your boy, the coach, that's why the question was asked to Landry too. You gonna fire Quinn? That's another big question. You see what I'm saying? I had read something that Quinn job is not guaranteed.
I told
And
y'all
I'm gonna say
from the
this.
beginning of the season that Quinn not that good. I don't know why people didn't
Right.
believe
And so
that.
the same Quinn sit at the podium and said he wanted the Hawk to shoot 40 times. And now we saw that formula do not win because we saw Boston shoot number threes as a top notch, and all them great players they got with a coach over there saying shoot the three,
hey,
and they didn't win.
You live by the three, you die by it. But I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Thanks for everybody for tapping in. We'll catch up with y'all. What's today? Friday. We'll do it. We be
Saturday.
back here
With that
Sunday.
smoke, that's fire.
Might do one for Memorial Day. Y'all come tap in. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Salute.
I believe it when I see it.
Larry, Mario, Kool-Aid, Marion, Foot, Mike. I forgot who else was up here. But we appreciate the support, gang. We almost at 2,000 subs. So make sure y'all like the video, share the video. And we out.
Yep.
Y'all stay up. Hawks up. Peace.
Let's go.
I keep that shit on me. That shit on, yeah. I keep that shit on. That shit on. Yeah. The telephone racks put a drip on me. Keep that shit on. Blowing on the Zion, sipping lean. I keep that shit on. Bad bitches recognize me. I keep the shit on. Yeah. I keep that shit on.